A whirlwind tour across the globe spanning 4 countries in 5 months, and countless memorable moments culminates with the official grand finale, the 2019 Vans Park Series World Championships in Salt Lake City, Utah, the state of sport. The Vans Park Series Pro Tour is the premier competitive series for park terrain skateboarding, the fastest growing discipline in skateboarding today. Combining all aspects of skate culture, street, and transition, the Park Series is home to the most exciting show in skateboarding. Hosted in the United States for the first time, this year's VPS World Championships will be held at the brand new permanent Vans Utah Sports Commission Skate Park, a legacy park terrain skateboarding facility designed and built for the Utah community. The competition for the women is tougher than ever before, as skaters Lizzie Armanto, Sakura Yosizumi, and Kokona Hiraki have all elevated their skating this season in hopes to take home their first Vans Park Series championship title. And with defending world champion Brighton Zoyner out due to injury, a brand new world champion will be crowned today. The Utah sun is beaming down on the brand new permanent skate park, and the best park skaters in the world are about to show us how it's done. The 2019 Vans Park Series World Championship starts right now.
Boys are throwing down out here.
Welcome, skateboarders from around the world. The time is now. We're going to crown some world champions today. This is the Vans Park Series World Championships live from a brand new legacy skate park built in partnership with Vans and the Utah Sports Commission, a brand new perfect skate park for today's World Championships. I'm Chris Cote, this is Tony Hawk, and we are fired up. This is World Championships. This is huge.
This is what we've been after the whole time, traveling around the globe, ready for this moment right now, and it's going off already.
We are going to go into the Women's World Championships first. But before we get to where we're at today, let's find out where we started. We're going to go way back to Shanghai, China, where it was the high-tech skateboarding of Sakura Yosizumi, who got the win down in Shanghai. An incredible display of skateboarding from Sakura. She'll be in the finals today. From Shanghai, we went down to Sao Paulo, Brazil, for a purpose-built legacy skate park battle. Indiar Asp from Florianopolis got the win down in Sao Paulo. And Tony, after that, we went to Paris. What did Indy do there?
Montreal, she was riding high, went up. We had Brazilian takeover in Brazil, obviously. It was her and Pedro. They both won the Montreal event as well. And they just had the support of the crowd. They had the lines, they had the tricks, and she killed it. And then we were off to Paris.
Sao Paulo, Montreal, Paris. Paris was a big one.
Paris was huge. Kokona really came into her own. She's the nose grind master. We saw her coming from Shanghai, where she was a little timid, not really so sure of herself, and then through those other events, found her confidence and killed it in Paris, and then she was the winner. And now we're here in Salt Lake to the finals.
It all comes down to this, the World Championships of Park Skateboarding for the women today. And everybody's been pretty unanimous in their love for this new park. Tony, I know you skated this morning. This park looks real fun.
Yeah, it's real good, and it's got some vert walls, which I'm a big fan here. So I think it's got the kind of a best of everything here, and we're going to see some of the most variety.
Well, we got the best park skaters in the world here today, and legends on the deck. And we got two of them right here, the Alex White and Chris Dune Pastris. What's up?
Thank you, boys. Yes, it's an honor to have Alex join us here on the deck. And Alex, I know you've been watching practice. We got the World Championships on the line. Who's skating well and why?
Oh my God, they're all skating so good, ripping up this World Championship Park Series park. Mami Tezuka is ripping, Grace is ripping. I am excited to see what they're going to throw down.
And what is the vibe on the park? Is it a favorite of the skaters this year?
Yeah, we're hearing everybody giving it rave reviews. This is a great Legacy Series park, and it's just going to be here for the rest of the time for Salt Lake City to enjoy.
All right, and we are getting fired up for the competition. We were watching the Birdman earlier, ripping. Props to you, Tony. Back to you guys.
Right on. Thank you, Alex and Chris. They'll be with us all day today to talk us through the action. Well, yesterday was an incredible day of skateboarding. A lot of carnage, but also a lot of brilliant skateboarding by some of the world's best females. Let's take a look at the qualifying rounds from yesterday. Video part right there. The state of women's skateboarding alive and well here in Utah. That was insane.
It was insane. Yesterday was just nonstop madness. There were a few injuries, but also a lot of really good skating. People are stepping it up for the finals.
Well, I feel like the level has been raised. Everybody knows this is the World Championship, so you got to go extra hard. And speaking of going hard, Indiara Asp went incredibly well yesterday until one vicious slam took her out of the competition. But before that happened, we're lucky enough to get a follow from the one and only Chris Gregson, who followed Indiara around this park. Tony, I know you were here for the opening of this park. I mean, Utah came correct. Salt Lake City, the Sports Commission, everybody came together. And this park right here, I mean, this is a park that is among the world's best.
It is, yeah. Actually, I came for the ribbon cutting, and there was already a full session happening. No one could wait for us to cut the ribbon.
Cement was barely dry.
It was, yeah, no, but it was really good. And you can tell it's got a little bit of everything. It's got some bank, and of course the wall plant, famous indie trick there. But it's got a little bit of everything. It's got some vert walls, it's got some bowls, really good hips, volcano, and then some of those bank wedges. We call those the boneless banks. But I think it shows how versatile everyone is.
Absolutely, and we want to say get well soon to Indiara Asp. And now, Tony, we've been having fun with this throughout this, entire season here on the Vans Park Series. But now it's serious. It used to be who to watch, who we want to see skate. Now it's who's gonna win. No pressure. Birdman, make your pick.
Wow. Well, I think my pick is obvious. It would be Miss Lizzie Armanto.
I was going to say, yeah.
Because she's a veteran. It's crazy because I think of her as being so young, but she is truly a veteran of these events. And she's comfortable on every transition size, even the big vert walls. She's got something, even small ones, mini ramp tricks. She uses her strategy where she will build on each run that she makes, where a lot of these a lot of these skiers are a little bit green. They don't really understand that strategy, and she understands that she's going to get better and better. And also, I have a lot of peer pressure from the Birdhouse team, so I succumb to peer pressure. What can I say? It's Lizzie.
Hey, you got to make the picks, and that's a solid pick. Lizzie would be a great world champion. Well, for
Let's
my
just
pick,
say I don't want to get taken out of the group text, the Birdhouse group
and you
text.
would if you didn't
Yes.
make that pick. But that's
Yes.
a good one. Well, for my pick, I'm going with an 11-year-old. I know that sounds crazy, but the way Kokona Hiraki skates is well beyond her years. And she showed us her grit, her toughness yesterday. Literally smashed her face, got right back up, and kept skating, even qualifying in first place. She won Paris. She's full of confidence. And, of course, we all know Kokona as the nose grind master, so she is going to be fun to watch. And we have a potential for an 11-year-old world championship park skater, which is very exciting. Now let's go back to the deck where the Alex White is waiting. Alex, who's going to win the world championship today?
Well, my pick for the World Championship winner here is Mami Tezuka. She's 17 years old from Japan. She's got style, she's got power, she's been improving all year. And fun fact, she's a classically trained pianist. So she's got that composure and flow.
All right, well, playing piano, practice mates, perfect. You're not going to get hurt practicing piano, but I like the
clever
the thread.
segue, though.
Yeah, I like the thread weaved in there.
Way to bring it in.
All right, well, those are our picks, and we'll see if any of those come true. We know we have 8 solid skaters in the final. Now let's talk about the format. We're going to stick with what works. We've been doing this all year long. So here's what we got for the finals format coming into the World Championships today in Salt Lake City, Utah. Top 8 skaters from a cut of 20. 4 runs each, 40 seconds max. You skate until you fall. And Tony, that first wall rebate is in full effect. 4th run only, but everything resets.
Yeah, I like that. It's kind of your own little best trick event. But also, the best run counts is unique in that some people just have to go all out. They just want that one, just to make one run, and that's the one that could win it instead of being more conservative. But we'll see what happens because some people, it's all or nothing for them anyway.
Love it. Well, we're getting fired up here. We got a packed house. The stands are absolutely full, and here are your finalists. We got a high percentage of a chance of a Japanese skater to get the win here as we have 4 of 8 finalists representing Japan. Kihana Ogawa, Cody Tamanaha, Grace Marhofer, Sakura Yosazumi, Poppy Star Olsen, Lizzie Armanto, Mami Tezuka, and Kokona Hiraki, our 11-year-old skater out of Hokkaido, Japan, coming through as our top qualifier. So we're gonna start with our 8th qualifier and go all the way up to number 1. So Tony, what more can we say? Let's skate.
Game on.
We're going to start the World Championships here in Salt Lake City, Utah with Kihana Ogawa. She's 18 years old, representing Japan. One of our 4 Japanese skaters in the finals here, which is a huge statement to the advancement, the level that Japan is showing us here in female skateboarding.
Yeah, they have definitely stepped it up just from this season. Oh, look at that. Smith grind to lip slide. I'd say that's one of her more risky moves. And doing the first run. Oh, missing that backside blunt.
All right, so 40 seconds, Tony. Describe for those watching what it's like to skate this park for a full 40 seconds.
It's exhausting, especially at my age, but I'm not going to go into that.
When you're 18 or 11.
I would say around the 25 to 30 second mark is where you start to really dig deep and go, do I have the energy to finish this? And it's hard, especially like right there. She's going to do one of her harder tricks near the end. That requires the most focus and the most energy, and that's a challenge.
Poppy Star Olsen representing Newcastle, Australia. She's 19 years old. She's run everything in Australia, and she's off to a good start in her first run here. She's got 30 seconds left.
Oh, no, missing that board slide.
Poppy just won the Red Bull Bull Rippers event in Marseille, so she's got to have some confidence, momentum coming in here to the World Championships here at the Vans Park Series, the final event. So for a lot of these skaters, and we saw it yesterday in the semifinals and prelims, I mean, it's all or nothing, right? I mean, your season could effectively be over for park skating today.
Well, you can see that these girls are not holding back. Like, even in their first runs, they're trying their hardest tricks. So much for the strategy of building upon each run.
From Mililani Town on Oahu, this is Cody Tamanaha. No doubt skates a lot at the Bonsai Skate Park. She is coached and sponsored by Hosoi, Christian Hosoi. He's on the deck right now, no doubt giving her the Hosoi vibes as she's flying around the park.
She's got some of the harder tricks there, especially with this one, backside lip slide. You don't see too many of the competitors doing that, especially on the big wall.
The judges want to see you do your tricks far, long, slide them far, grind them far. Do high airs. You got to travel in each and every trick.
Oh, nice. Air to fakie, up the hip into a little crux.
All right, a
Solid run. The first full pull run here.
Full 40-second run from Cody Tamanaha. Mililani, a small town on Oahu, on the Hawaiian Islands. I bet she surfs good, too. You can just tell the style there. She's got a lot of good flow.
It almost goes without saying in Hawaii, but...
All right, so that was a quick look back as scores come through. 73.20 for Cody. That's enough to get her in the top spot for now. A lot of skateboarding left to come, but a great start. If you can get yourself on top of the board, you're going to be looking good. Here we go. Tony Hawk's pick for world champion Lizzie Armanto from Santa Monica, California. 26 years old, a vet in the skate game.
Oh, frontside invert on the big vert wall. That, like I said, she's comfortable on those big transitions. But she's got the mini ramp tricks too. Here we go. Is she going to do it blunt and not hold back? She is.
Oh, right into that corner. So doing tricks into corners and through corners like that pretty much doubles the difficulty of the trick?
Yeah, just the risk factor, the idea that your feet are going to move regardless, but once you're in that corner, to push through it, it's really sticky. And I'm honestly surprised. I feel like that set the tone that Lizzie is not going to be conservative at all. She's just going to do all or nothing here.
That's what you got to do if you want to win the title. So Lizzie Armanto out for now. Grace Marhofer from Cocoa Beach, Florida, 16 years old, coming back from a pretty brutal injury, but she is looking like she is 100% absolute ripper. She didn't she didn't get to skate in 2018 due to that injury. And she did make the finals in Paris. She finished 12th place, but Grace, usually very consistent, but unfortunately, you got to know that there's nerves
Everyone's
happening,
got a first run jitter there, so we're going to get through this first one. Second one is when people are going to start getting in the groove.
All right, from Hikoni Shiga, Japan, 17 years old, Mami Tezuka, owner of probably one of the best Smith grinds of the entire field, men or women.
Big hand plant there, too. Oh, no.
Nerves.
Everyone's got that first round jitters. The World Championships.
Hey,
I get it.
They get 4 runs, by design. So 4 runs. We will see Mami again 3 more times. So Mami Tezuka fans, don't worry. You're going to get more Mami coming up. Up next, 17 years old, from Wakayama, Japan, Sakura Yoshizumi. She's been skating contests pretty much every weekend, all year.
Every contest I've seen her learn a brand new, very difficult trick, too. And this one's no exception. She's got a frontside blunt now, which I assume she's going to try at the end here. Oh, no, missing that 360.
She is definitely considered a tech sorceress. She's got every mini ramp trick in the books, but then you see her going in the deep ends. She's got good airs, too. She's a power skater.
Yeah, I think that she has a strategy in that she wants to strengthen her weaker points in terms of, like, she's got these really technical tricks, but didn't necessarily have the vert tricks. And now she's got the vert tricks. And now she's stepping up the difficulty of her mini ramp tricks.
Your #1 qualifier from yesterday from Hokkaido, Japan, 11 years old, Kokona Hiraki. Just wait for the nose grind. You know it's coming.
There's one.
Yep, there it is. Perfect every time.
Here comes another one pretty soon.
See that bandage on her face? She had a vicious slam yesterday.
Here we go, frontside nose grind in the corner. Oh, man, that
every time.
I can't stress how hard that is going through a corner like that.
Did I mention she's 11 years old? Is that shocking?
Oh, no!
Wow. Now, if she can finish that run like that, we're looking at a potential world championship run from Kokona Hiraki.
So seldom do you see anyone trying to slow down during their run, but you can see right there, she went into that crail slide and she had to de-pump to lose speed for the kickflip on the hip, which is, it just shows how dialed in she is, that she's got so much speed she actually has to slow down.
Her and Pedro Barros.
Yeah, I mean, that Pedro's the only other one I could say does that. Right there, that frontside nose grind. And then to come out of that and turn in the backside direction, is very risky.
We have a new leader.
With a fall.
Even with 7 seconds left on the clock, Kokona Hiraki, as expected, comes through blazing. Multiple nose grinds, got a beautiful Smith grind in the mix there. Almost got the kickflip at the end of that run, 74.57. So we're tight up in the first and second spot. Cody Tamanaha in second, Kihana Ogawa third, Lizzie right there in fourth. So some 40s, a couple, low scores there in the bottom line, but we've got 3 more runs from each skater, so big scores yet to drop. Here's what the judges are looking for. They are the best in the business. They're looking for you to just commit to your tricks, do hard tricks, be creative, use the whole park. You got to do a combination of movers. You can't do the same trick over and over. You got to go fast. You got to, this line right here, Tony, emphasis on distance traveled. To me, that's the key line of this judging criteria.
Yeah, I think you can do a backside lip slide, but if you don't truly slide it, they're going to count you down for it.
They don't want to see mini ramp tricks per se. They want to see park tricks, long grinds.
Round corners, over gaps.
Kihana Ogawa back in the park for her second run. We got equal prize purse for men and women, 20 grand if you win this contest, and then you'll be able to say, I am the world champion of park skating. Oh, I like that little combo right there, out of the bowl, over the head.
Oh, wow, was that a blunt? It was almost like a salad grind to blunt. I think that kind of killed her speed, and that's what made her miss that frontside feeble afterwards.
So I like the setup that Kihana's got right now. And, of course, the judges, they're going to be sticklers about getting that full 40-second run. You see a 57.77 drop on the scoreline for Kihana. That's enough for third place for now. Again, a lot more skateboarding left to come. She goes and talks to Christian Hosoi. Poppy Star Olsen, Van's team rider from Australia. An incredible deep bowl skater. And she is definitely, every contest she just gets better and better, more consistent.
Yeah, you can tell Poppy is more comfortable on the bigger walls. That was solid, though. Transfer to board slide. Alley-oop backside air, showing her vert technique.
Got to give a shout out to Poppy's mom. She's at every event with Poppy, cheering the loudest out of anyone in the crowd. Supportive parents make for great skateboarders.
This is going to do it right here. What is the last trick? Fast plant.
How big is that vert wall right there?
It's big, but it's also on the uphill, so you actually have to sort of work your way up just to get speed there, which makes it extra hard. And I'm surprised that she would want to do something on that wall for her last trick when you're the most exhausted and you have to struggle the most for speed. But she pulled it off.
The crowd went wild. All the skaters on the deck slapping their tail against the coping. Great run for Poppy Star Olsen.
Look at this right here. It's solid. We call that an Empire plant. And I was surprised on that lean to tail slide right there. That is not a wall conducive to that trick.
Score comes through, a 78.97. We've got a skate contest on our hands. Poppy Star Olsen, your new leader. Now that is the score to beat, 78.97. Second place score for now, 74.57. Now we go back to Cody Tamanaha. She's got 40 seconds on the clock.
Nice frontside air. I don't want to be cliche, but that was truly Hawaiian style frontside air.
Yeah, and unfortunately right there, just kind of one of those transitional falls, maybe thinking about the next trick coming up, not paying close attention to the trick at hand. It happens. We see it even with the veterans of skateboarding. Cody will have 2 more runs. That score comes through an 11.53. Loved the start of that run, but just one of those unforced errors.
I think sometimes they're thinking so far ahead, they don't consider the moment.
Right.
And maybe a basic trick just falls apart because it's like, wait, this was point A to point B. This is not the thing I'm supposed to fall on.
That's when you see people falling on frontside grinds.
Or 50-50s. That's the kiss of death.
Lizzie Armanto from Santa Monica, California. A pro for Team Birdhouse since 2017. Super fast skateboarder. Obviously that trademark Lizzie style.
Here we go. Blunt right here around the corner. Dang, missing it again.
All right, so with 2 more runs for Lizzie, do you keep going back to that trick? Do you stay focused and stay in that zone of trying to get your run that you planned out?
I Are you asking if
I'm
Lizzie
asking
would
you.
or
I'm
me?
asking you.
No, I'd want to make her run first.
Okay.
But I was more of a competitor where I had a bit of a strategy. I applaud anyone that just says I'm doing it all or nothing, and I think that Lizzie can still make it because she has that focus.
So we'll see what happens. Up and over to the backside 50-50. Grace Marhofer, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 16 years old, regular footer.
She's got a solid line here, that eggplant on the deep end.
I like her style too. You see those kind of like quiet arms down to her hips. Beautiful Smith grind through the corner.
She could use a few more tricks here, like through those corners, but everything else she does is solid and difficult. Final trick, invert. She's got a little bit of everything there.
All right, a full run for Grace Marhofer. Her previous run of 5.83, so no doubt improving on that. I think the judges are going to like this. They like to see not only combination of maneuvers around the park, but when you actually do 2 tricks in one. You saw her get the grab disaster, quick things like that that get the judges psyched.
Well, it mixes it up too because there's a chance that if you do a lip slide, you don't want to repeat anything. So doing a frontside air to disaster is a little bit of a version of that, but still a different trick.
73.07. You think Grace needs more tricks in that run?
Yeah, well, it's just spending a lot of time getting from point A to point B. So if she could do a couple of little moves on those smaller walls, that would help her out.
Mami Tezuka, 17 years old from Hikonishiga, Japan. Van's team rider, one of our vanguards. And I just hold my breath because I just want to see these Smith grinds from Mami. They are just so perfect.
Just mixing it up here. Ooh, frontside feeble around the corner. That's kind of risky.
Oh, this is a good run so
slide
far.
over the hip. Back Smith. Nice.
Perfection. 10 seconds. Stay on, Mami. Oh, my gosh.
Nice. Signature Smith grind.
Just every...
Oh, the side does that. I don't know what we call that, but
that is creativity. That's part of the judging criteria. Be creative. Mami did just that. That was an epic run from Mami Tezuka. That was exactly what she wanted to do. You see, well, that smile is always on her face, but it's just a little bigger after a run like that. What a run from Mami Tezuka.
So that trick we saw, kind of a sideways disaster up the extension, very few people do it. It's weird to sort of shift your thinking into a different plane right there, and it can go bad. That could be very dangerous. And to have that at the end of the run was like, probably going to put her in first place, yes.
You're right. 81.83 for Mami Tezuka. And I love it. That's a classic mini ramp trick that you do on an extension, but she actually had to travel into it. So it
Oh, yeah,
kind of
all
adds to
kinds of things could go wrong there.
All right, so we have a new leader with Mami Tezuka. Sakura Yoshizumi has to be fired up from what she just saw. So Sakura, one of the most technical skaters in the field today.
Now, right there, that seems like, oh no. Yeah, everyone is pushing the limits of how far they can turn to get their line through here. And even though this course is somewhat sticky because it's new, you can only push it so far. And so right there, she was so focused on the line that she was turning too sharply and she slid out.
A harsh slam for Sakura Yoshizumi. Medical crew on hand has been, bam, on it. I mean, when the skaters hit the pavement, they're standing on them. Are you okay? Right there, they saw Sakura get right back up. Kokona Hiraki, she knows what this pavement feels like. You see the bandage on her face. She is a warrior, a tough skater at age 11, and a master at that trick right there.
So comfortable. Now right here, she's got a trick on every wall. Even right there, just lean a tail, it still counts for a lot. And this frontside nose grind around the corner.
Jeez.
And then to come out and go backside over this hip, as simple as that looks, that is a difficult routine. Oh,
Get it!
Look at that.
No!
Like I said,
We want it, the crowd wants it.
She's got that crail slide into the kickflip. Like, she's already set herself up for one of the hardest lines. She has to slow down to do it, but I think she's gonna make this. Probably the next run. Such a textbook nose grind with
Can I
a
just
nollie in.
have that trick? Can I somehow borrow it or buy it? Like, how do I get that nose grind?
You got to learn to pop in like that. That's it. That's the whole trick.
She makes it look so easy. And again, you see the 73.53. That's a proper score for an unfinished run. So if she gets that kickflip and potentially gets one more trick, we could be looking at a new leader. Let's go down to the deck. Chris, Dune, Pastris, and the Alex White on the call.
Thank you, boys. Yeah, so Alex, we have 2 runs in the books. Thoughts on what we've seen so far?
It's been a great exchange. We're expecting Kokona to take it out, but right now we got Mommy in the lead. My pick is in the lead right now with an 83, followed up by Poppy Star Olsen.
What do you think it takes with Mommy's skating? Why is she scoring so high? She's got an 81.
She's grinding block around the coping, and she's doing super technical tricks, and she's getting air, and she's just nailing it.
And what adjustments does the rest of the field need to make to catch up to Mommy?
They're going to have to watch what she's doing, and they're going to have to grind farther and go higher.
Amazing. And that, speaking of which, we are going to get right back into the action. Kihana Ogawa is in for the 3rd run. Let's call it, Alex.
All right, Kihana's over there with the invert on the big wall. Transferring it over.
Stakes so high with this being our World Championships.
Kihana staying smooth.
Oh,
that
the
transfer.
Smith grind lip.
That's
I
sick.
love that one. It's like a curb trick.
And gap up to
Huge.
lip slide. And she nails the blunt slide in. Oh, and hangs up on the frontside feeble again.
Wow.
That's been cursing her so far in this contest.
Yeah, scores she's going to want to work to beat right now, 57.77 and a 49. So Kihana's definitely going to try to put it all together for a 4th run.
Yeah.
The crowd is pumped. She's giving it her all.
And Kihana's only 17 years old, too. So a lot of these skaters are so young here. We're all teenagers except for Lizzie Armanta, who's 26.
Isn't it strange that Lizzie is a vet? She's fairly new to my generation, so
Yeah, vet
so
at
many
26.
new faces.
Yeah, another teenager here at Poppy Star Olsen who's 19 years old. She nailed her first run. She looks like she's doing the same thing right now with the judo air right into the Smith grind. She's stepping up a little bit.
Yeah, and Poppy, nice board slide up the extension, has a 78.97 from her 2nd run. She's trying to best that.
Yeah, Poppy's really stepping up a notch. The invert kick out.
That was amazing.
Poppy is having a day out there. She's getting really good stalefish transfer.
Yes. The back boneless. I love how she's mixing old school for such a young skater.
Poppy is really nailing it today. She's on. And that
Wow.
fast plan.
That was so quick on the fast plan. Love it. Yeah, Poppy.
Another perfect run from Poppy Star Olsen.
The crowd is going wild out here for Poppy, all the way from Newcastle, Australia.
And her mom up there is so excited too. Tama. Yee.
Yeah, her mom is at almost every event here supporting Poppy, so props to the Olsen family for coming out, supporting skateboarding. Yes, and we are awaiting scores, and we're going to watch Cody Tamanaha drop in all the way from Hawaii. You got any insight on Cody?
Cody's got that real smooth surf style, and she's only 15 years old. I mean, this field is so young, and they come from all over. And Cody's getting coached by the one and only Christian Hosoi, so you know he's giving her some good tips.
Yes, we're so stoked. Cody is here ripping and has Hosoi on the deck here joining us, rooting her on. Get him, Cody.
Cody coming around. Big frontside air on the vert wall.
Ah, man, her feet were just hanging on there.
5-0. Can't emphasize how smooth she looks on the board.
Seriously.
She makes it look too easy, Chris.
I love it. Board slide through the corner.
Frontside.
Smith grind. Wow, Smith grind revert. This is an amazing run from Cody.
At 15 years old, that she has all these tricks under her belt is unbelievable. Oh!
Wow. Right before the buzzer, but still put it all together there before that fall. Nice work from Cody Tamanaha.
We're seeing like Cody and Kokona at the last 10 seconds. It's on those like little transition tricks that they keep bailing. So if they can just put it together at the end, they're gonna nail it.
Yes, and we are gonna throw it back up to the booth. So thank you, Alex. We enjoyed all your insights. We appreciate you. And yeah, take it over, Chris and Tony.
Thanks, Chris.
Right on. Thank you, Dune and the Alex White. Here we go. Lizzie Armanto. She needs an 81.84 if she wants to get up into the top spot. She finished 2nd place in Paris. She's got momentum, but she's got this one trick right here. Tony?
Not yet. Frontside invert.
I'm
She's
not
good on
going to
that.
watch. You watch. You tell me what happens.
All right. Ooh, nice little nose bonk there. And here we go. She's got it. It is a blunt slide. Oh, that was a good setup.
See, she is
Lizzie will not hold back.
a little frustrated right there.
I'm going to give her credit, though, for just not holding back at all. She was not playing conservative. I thought that she would try to get one run, like in the beginning, just to have something to put her on the board. She's not going to hold back.
And now that I think about it, I don't know if I've ever seen Lizzie not go for it in these events. She is the first woman ever to do the loop on a skateboard, correct?
That is correct.
She's gnarly, and she's got one more run. We'll see what happens. Grace Marhofer now, 16 years old from Cocoa Beach, Florida, currently in 5th place with a 73.07, and she goes down.
She was trying to do a 5.0. She's trying to mix up her run, so you got to give her credit. That usually is a 50-50 right up there, and this time she's trying to go only on her back truck, and it's a little bit more risky.
All right, after making her debut here on the Vans Park Series in 2018 at 17 years old, our current leader here at the Vans Park Series World Championships of Park Skateboarding. This is Mami Tezuka, currently sitting on an 81.83.
There we go. This is the same run we've seen, but I have a feeling she's going to mix it up a little bit.
She's so precise. I mean, every trick is done so proper.
Frontside feeble. She's staying on the edges there. Oh, nice. Backside Smith grind. Feeble kind of over the hip.
Do I even say again how much I like that Smith grind?
And oh, here we go. This was the.
Oh!
That was going to be how she stepped it up. Just trying to do a axle stall up on that logo.
The crowd's loving it. Mami Tezuka right there, currently your leader with an 81.83. Her run before, pretty much flawless. This one just had a
well, that was it.
slam at
She
the
was
end.
building on that last run. She was doing pretty much the same routine, but saving the hardest trick for last, which is risky because you're already so tired, and a trick like that requires a lot of energy, a lot of speed, and as you can see, she just couldn't get her back truck on it, and I think it's just because she was tired.
Well, for those of you watching at home, next time you go skate your local park, set your timer for 40 seconds and skate hard for 40 seconds and see what it feels like.
And then try your hardest trick at the end.
Try your hardest trick at the end. Do what Mami just did. Just see. It's not easy. This is Sakura Yosizumi, Wakayama, Japan. One of 4 skaters representing Japan out of 8 finalists here today.
Now right there, just that backside ollie on the vert wall looks like a basic trick. That is no.
Oh!
Oh, nice 360. Holding on to it, squatting it out. That's the spirit.
The judges noticed the hand.
Oh, that sugar cane is beautiful. Frontside blunt.
There we go. That's
Okay.
Sakura Yosizumi.
The difficulty factor is way higher now.
Well,
That's not going to count.
That last
but
trick
wow.
was right at the end of time. So as you're coming up for your last trick, if time stops, as you're going up towards the coping, they will count that trick. But if you're in the flat, the run's over. So what do you think here, Sakura Yosizumi?
I think that that's going to put her on the podium at the very least. That could be the top scoring run right now, although having to do a recovery like that is going to mark you down. But then these 2 tricks, sugarcane and frontside blunt, one after another, that's the highest difficulty factor we've seen this whole contest.
The judges agree. 85.67. Sakura Yosizumi is your new leader. Wow, what a run. So the judges loving that high-tech approach, you know, and mixing all her tricks up. Now it's up to our youngster, 11 years old, Kokona Haraki. He's currently in 4th place. Now she needs an 85.67 or better.
She's capable of getting it, especially if she can put this entire run together and do the kickflip at the end. It's almost like she's on autopilot until she gets to that last trick at this point, because she's done this run twice already to the end, but missed the kickflip over the hip. Frontside nose grind.
Here we go. Make it.
And then crail slide into kickflip.
Oh, heartbreaker.
So close. She's got one try left.
So now what do you do? With your fourth run, you get that first trick rebate. Do you just try that kickflip on your first trick, or does that kind of set you up for some weirdness going into the final 35 seconds?
I feel like that's just not her flow, is to go straight into a kickflip. So
Do you think she's going to stick to that same run?
I predict that she's going to just stick for that same run, but who knows? Maybe someone will convince her otherwise.
All right, skateboarders, skate fans from around the world, it comes down to this. Fourth and final runs. Who will be our world champion for women's park skating? Take a look at the leaderboard. As it stands now, Sakura Yoshizumi, Mami Tezuka, and Poppy Star Olsen will make up the podium with Sakura in the top spot, 85.67. Tony, will we see a leader change right now? Fourth and final run. No pressure.
If we see the kickflip.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. That's tough. I don't even know if the kickflip would still put her above Sakura, because Sakura just got those two bangers at the end.
All right, we're going to go back to the top of the order. 8th place qualifier from yesterday, Kihana Ogawa from Kanagawa, Japan, 18 years old. Will she be our world champion? Here we go. She's got 30 seconds to prove it. Whoa.
Love that Smith grind
2
lip
for 1.
slide. It's good because it mixes her up when she, I was going to say, when she does the lip slide right there, it's not like she's repeating tricks.
Well, that was the run we wanted to see, but unfortunately for Kihana Ogawa, that's it. After about 20 seconds in, she goes down, but a solid effort. Kihana, her highest score, 57.77. It's enough for 7th place. For now, congratulations, just making the finals at the World Championships. That is huge. Talking the best park skaters in the world, here's one of them. Poppy Star Olsen, currently in 3rd place with an 86.7.
You can see Poppy, I was going to say, Poppy is trying to go higher on this run. You could just see the way she pumped on that first wall. It was like,
Yep.
I am not holding back.
So that
Is that a first wall rebate? That
will
was
be,
not the first wall.
It's first trick rebate. So the pump on the wall, they don't really count that as the quote-unquote wall. So it's really that first trick. So she will get...
That was a 50-50 though, so
Oh, you're right.
it's questionable.
Oh. Well, now it's up to the judges. We've never seen this discussion before. So
Really
this
bending
is,
the rules here.
Yeah, I didn't...
I would expect that she doesn't think that was the first wall rebate.
It's almost...
They're going to give it to her.
All right, so the judges had the conversation. They're going to put full 40 seconds on the clock, so that will be a setup for this first big trick. She gets it. It's a World Championships, that. A little bit of controversy, Tony, right?
I guess, yeah, sure. I like that board slide transfer. Ooh, landing a little low, but sticking her tail out. Oh, one-footed invert with very little speed. Lip slide to hang up. She is just forcing these tricks, and even the backside boneless.
10 seconds for Poppy Star.
Oh, missing the tail and lean to tail. She is not going to get off her skateboard. Nice, fast plant. Everything about that last part of the run was sketchy.
I was just going to say, that's the word I was thinking. I like
I don't want to say it's sketchy. Yeah, it was
it's a compliment.
It wasn't that it was sketchy. It was that she didn't have the speed to do those tricks, but she was forcing them out, and that was admirable.
Sometimes sketchiness is good. It makes it exciting. Poppy Star did just that. That's my favorite trick right there.
Right here, the stale fish, and then the boneless one. Barely had enough speed to get her foot on there. Just did it anyway.
That's a scary trick. There's a lot that can happen with your feet. Here we go, Poppy Star Olsen. She will remain in 3rd place for now with an 86.7. There's the crew right there. Jordan Barrett. Yeah, Sheezy. They're not even skating today, but they're here to support. We'd like to see that. Cody Tamanaha currently sitting in 5th place with a 73.20. No need for that first wall rebate. Here we go, 30 seconds left. So far, so good.
So this is the same run we've seen Cody do already. Nice board slide around the corner. Oh, Smith grind revert, big fan.
Switching things up a little bit, adding some difficulty. 10 seconds left.
Feeble to Faggy.
Wow, this is a good
Oh,
run.
nice one. Switch crook of sorts.
Finish strong.
Back lip on the end here. And then air to Faggy. Wow. Good run. Into a shove
Little
it.
bonus. Oh, the crowd, the Salt Lake City skate fans going wild. For our
So-
skater representing Hawaii, Cody Tamanaha.
That last trick is probably not going to count. Sort of a fakey shove disaster.
That was it.
But the rest
Really
of it
good
was
run.
solid. Yes, absolutely. It's going to be your best score by far.
We'll see if Cody can get herself up in that top 3 with that run. Was it better than a 74.57?
I think so, yeah. But that Smith grind revert is no joke. And the back lip on that big wall.
It's Christian Asoy right there, and she does improve, but just not enough to get in the top 3. A solid effort, though. 77.83 for Cody Tamanaha.
So that bumps
Hey.
her up from 5th to 4th.
You know what? 4th place in the world is pretty good. That is pretty good. So congrats to Cody Tamanaha. And here we go. Final chance for Lizzie Armanto.
So Lizzie is going to go first wall rebate of, I'm not sure if they're going to count it. Oh my goodness, invert up the hip.
All right, stay on your board, Lizzie. 30 seconds left. That was an insane start. I'm nervous. 20 seconds.
She was working this out in practice. I saw her working some of these tricks. Wow, frontside invert with no speed up there on top. Nose bonk. She's going to get that blunt here. It's going to happen, Chris.
Do it. Do it.
Here it is.
Oh!
But at least she made it to the end of her run this time. So she only had 3 seconds left. That's going to be her best scoring run. And there was some solid,
the start of that
difficult
run
tricks.
was wild. There's Indiara Asp right there. No one went home. I tell you, even if you weren't entered in this contest, you're here. Represent women's skateboarding at its best. What a way to... That was one of the tricks of the day so far.
I haven't even seen her attempt that or eye it up yet. So...
Oh, wow, it's silent as we wait for the scores. Lizzie waiting for it. A 68.30. 7th place for Lizzie Armanto. The judges, they really want to see that full run.
It was hinging on that blunt slide.
All right, well, hey, again, 7th place in the world. That's huge. This is the World Championships we're talking about. Grace Marhofer right here, currently in 6th place with a 73.07. 40 seconds on the clock. Let's go.
It's like Grace is setting us up for something here. A first wall rebate. Oh, slob plant on the logo.
Oh, that's scary. Those logos that we've been seeing around at contests are really cool to look at. It's incredible to watch people try to skate them, but when you walk up and look at them, they're scary. They're sharp. They're slippery. There's not a lot of area.
I got my foot stuck in the one in Paris, rolled my ankle.
Yeah, you tell us firsthand how sketchy those things are. But again, thank you to Vans and thank you to the Utah Sports Commission coming together to build this incredible skate park. And guess what? In 2 hours, it's for you, Salt Lake City, and for the world. Make a trip to Salt Lake. I mean, it's not just about skiing and snowboarding. It's also about skateboarding.
So Grace
And mountain biking,
I think
climbing,
Grace is going back for more.
Get
She
it.
wants that slob plant on the logo. Oh, almost had it there.
Hey, you know what? I like to see that. All or nothing right there from Grace Marhofer. She represented Cocoa Beach, Florida well. 73.07.
Oh, now this is skateboarding. She's going back in for more.
Fill it up
Time's
again.
up. Her run's over.
This will not count except for all of us watching and all the fans here. I want to see this trick made. Why not? Be the hero.
This is skateboarding right here. Oh, so close. I don't think you're going to see someone jump into the bowl after time is up in the Olympics. I'm just projecting that.
Maybe. Never know.
You never know.
So Grace Marhofer, that's going to be it, 4.13. She did have that one solid run, the 73.07. That was enough to get her in 6th place. Congratulations to Grace on just making the finals. Willie Santos is here. All the legends came out, which is awesome. All right, here we go. No pressure. Mami Tezuka currently in second place with an 81.83. Here we go, Tony. Is this a world championship run?
Oh, going first wall rebate.
Well, that was terrifying.
Axel stall up on the Vans Lego. She did that in Paris almost every time.
Well,
What do you think?
I think she's going again.
Yeah, I think she's going back for it.
Her contest
Nobody
results.
wants to hold back.
Her contest results have just gotten better and better. She got 8th place in Shanghai, 6th place in Montreal, 3rd place in Paris. There's not, you know, from 3rd place, there's not much room above that. 2nd, 1st. Right now, she's sitting in 2nd. 2 skaters after her. So I'm no coach, and I could not do this trick. But if I have my say, I'm saying go back to the logo. Get that Vans 50-50 grind right there.
I think she heard you.
Make it. Here we go, Mami Tezuka.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no.
So close.
Wow, the hard work was done.
Wow.
Go
Oh,
again.
One more.
Crowd knows what they want. They want exactly what we all want, to see this trick made.
They like a bit of anarchy. They like the determination.
This is unscored, unscripted, 100%
She had that
awesome.
one. She had that one. She just
She's
threw a
so
delayed squat on the last part of the transition.
I love Mami Tezuka. She is so awesome.
Here
Here
we
we
go.
go. Make it.
Yes, solid. Oh, look at that lean back. So great.
And her psych, the crowd psych, cats and dogs co-mingling together. That's exactly what we wanted to see.
She doesn't. She just wants her run.
Just keep going. This is a Mami
I just
Tezuka
wanted
demo.
my run. That's all.
We can't do a rule change. Just give her score this one. Or?
It's all right
That
with
wouldn't
me.
be fair. Maybe next year we'll do a second first wall rebate or something.
Where
I
does it
don't know.
end, Chris?
All I know is Mami Tezuka is an amazing skateboarder, and as it stands right now, she is the 2nd place skater in the world. They're in Vans Park Series, one of the best female park skaters on the planet right there, Mami Tezuka. And now your current leader. Here we go, 17 years old from Wakayama, Japan. Representing hard, this is Sakura Yosuzume. Here we go, Tony.
Oh, wow. Big spin disaster.
No problem. That was easy for Sakura.
I was going to say, it doesn't even look like she was caring about the first wall rebate, but that was a pretty risky move. So she was using strategy there.
So far, she's beating that 85.67.
Here we go. Nice 360. Last time she bobbled a bit on that landing.
Oh, Sakura's looking good. 14 seconds left.
Oh, sugar cane. Here we go. Frontside blunt. How does she stop there to do that? It's so frightening.
The longer you wait, the harder
The longer
it is.
you wait,
right?
the more frightening and the more likely you're going to fall. Oh, that's it. Backside nose blunt revert. Good night.
We're looking at 90s.
That would be the best scoring run by far.
Throwing my paperwork into the air
That's it.
because that was a world championship run right there, and only one skateboarder has anything to say about that, and she's coming up next. But before we get there, Tony, this was just technical prowess all day long.
This 360 was only a way to get speed right there. And the sugarcane grind into the frontside blunt stall. That just shows a level of confidence that we're not seeing out here right now.
That was probably the best run I've seen of the year from Sakura. The judges agree, 92.83. We could be looking at a world champion right there.
Wow, starting it off with big spin disaster.
Don't crown her yet, though. We got an 11-year-old also representing Japan. Kokona Hiraki. If anybody can do it, it's Kokona. Here we go.
Oh. Kokona is going to stick with her old run, not using that first wall rebate.
All right, 30 seconds left as we wind it up.
Wow.
Stay on. Go fast. Pack these tricks in.
Go that front side nose grind, getting way in the corner there.
I think she's going to make the kickflip here. Calling it.
Find out. Looks good. Oh, nice.
5 seconds left.
That's what she came here for right there. Backside air at the end.
Well, she made her run, but was it enough?
No. Not to beat Sakura.
The fireworks from Sakura was just out of control.
It was great to see her stick with that run on all 4 attempts and finally get the last attempt because she got to the kickflip every time.
And let's not forget, she slammed from the top of the coping into the flat yesterday and came back to skate like this. That is a true warrior. Age 11.
Look at that foot adjustment. Caught it, not ideally with her feet, but moved it on her landing. Like, that's the mark of someone that's got it dialed.
Well, she's locked herself in second place with an 83.90. That means your world champion of park skateboarding is Sakura Yosizumi, your 2019 Vans Park Series world champion, and just does it effortlessly. Packed in the most high-tech tricks, flying on backside airs. Sakura Yosizumi soaking it all in. It's almost as if the crowd's in shock of what they just saw. Let's go down to Chris Pastors on the deck.
Thank you, guys. And Sakura, such amazing skateboarding. Thank you and congratulations, our 2019 Women's World Champion. I want you to describe what this win means to you. And we have a translator here.
本当になんかおめでとうございます。で、この勝ちに君にとってどういう感じですか？
次の大会でも、全力を出し切れるように自信がすごいつきました。
Sorry. She said she's really excited about, even though coming up to this point, having been able to win this time and going forward, she's really excited about all that.
And she has been progressing every single event. Tell us about that.
今までのなんかイベントいつも改善してて、それについてちょっと説明してほしいんですけど。
改善？
はい。
いつもの
頑張って。
いつも自分の全力を出し切れるように頑張ってます。
Yeah, so she's doing her best to just put forth her best foot and just keep trying every time.
Amazing. And let's put our hands together for our 2019 Women's World Champion, Sakura Yosizumi. Congratulations, Sakura. Yes, you killed it.
An incredible display of tech sorcery from Sakura Yosizumi. And get this, you top 3, all representing Japan. An incredible finish for our Japanese skateboarders. And what a way to wrap up Vans Park Series for our women. Tony, as we look back as to what we just witnessed, I mean, Mami Tezuka, Kokona Haraki, Sakura Yosizumi, these are 3 skateboarders that have been pushing hard each and every event and getting better and better at every stop. Where do we go from here with women skating?
You've seen each of them make a podium almost throughout the entire series, but we never saw a full Japanese takeover like we did tonight. And it just shows how focused they are. I mean, they've been improving their skills the whole time. The sky's the limit. Like, they just keep getting better, and the tricks keep getting harder. I mean, that was ramped up to the finals, to the very last run, and that's when we saw the best skating.
Well, and it shows you, too, you know, for anyone representing any other country around the world, when you get behind your athletes, when you get behind your skateboarders, results follow. That's what we just saw. Here's a recap of just an incredible display of skateboarding, starting with Mami Tezuka. What a ripper she is.
Absolutely, and you can't teach the passion either. The fact that these girls were getting up and going after their runs, after it's not going to count, and trying their hardest tricks again and again, that's the kind of heart that you can't just pluck someone and say, you're going to be a skateboarder. That's way more internal. Oh, this right here, that sugarcane into the frontside blunt is awesome.
Well, it really shows you, I mean, this one shows you what we're looking for. Do your airs big, do your grinds long, fit technical tricks in there, mix old school, new school. That's what all 3 of these skaters did to get themselves in those top 3 spots. And you can't talk about Kokona without talking about the nose grind. I mean,
of course. Well, what Kokona lacks in speed and strength, she makes up for in technical with the nose grinds, with the kick flips. And She was trying that every single run. Finally got on the last one, and that was a celebration.
And forget the future. I mean, it's happening now. Women's skateboarding has reached a level that it's unprecedented. We're seeing it happen right in front of our eyes. Here are your results. Kihana Ogawa 8th, Lizzie Armanto 7th, Grace Marhofer 6th, Cody Tamanaha in 5th, Poppy Star Olsen right there in 4th place. But in the top 3 spots, Mami Tezuka, Kokona Hiraki, and your world champion, Sakura Yoshizumi. And you see it on her face. She lives and breathes skateboarding. She loves it, and she puts that passion in every run she takes. And that last run, that was just everything we wanted to see.
That's what she came here for. Absolutely. And to add the little flavor in with the big spin disaster for starting it off, which was the first wall rebate, but then just annihilating it after that on her best run. I mean, that was undeniable. That was the best run by far. It
was a clinical approach, too. We saw, I mean, the strategy to do your first line, get that one in the books, and then start adding tricks. You know, she's playing add a trick with herself, and it worked. You saw her multiplying tricks and then doing different combinations throughout. So for full 40 seconds right there, I mean, she was doing a trick a second, basically. Rapid fire skateboarding.
I mean, the backside nose blunt revert, but that was the cherry on top. That was just that in a run itself is going to place you high.
Well, we want to thank, of course, the Utah Sports Commission in partnership with Vans, creating and leaving this incredible skate park that will be here for hundreds of years. So we're very excited. And let's not forget, Vans Park Series comes from a DIY background. It's all about skaters who did it themselves to create these incredible skate parks. We took that ethos and we put it into play here. So for more on that, we're going to take a quick break, but we're going to leave you with a love letters to skateboarding from Jeff Grosso. And after that, we're going to have an epic roundtable here. Myself, Tony Hawk, Jeff Grosso, and the Alex White. Don't go anywhere. More skateboarding to come.
Had they have not dug a hole or poured some cement up against a pillar at Burnside, then that entire skate park building revolution probably would have looked a lot different or not gone on at all.
Once we knew that somebody put something there, then Carlos stepped in and said, let's make this thing better. Teamwork makes the dream work. If everybody chips in something, then we can pour something.
Yeah, that's the thing. FDR just didn't start with a couple dudes. It was like 3 crews of dudes came together. They just, like everybody else, they just heard that action's going down, shit's happening, this is where the session's going down, dudes are building shit, and boom, there they were, ready to skate, ready to build, ready to partake in it all. Right. FDR is freedom at its finest.
And just like that, we have a new Vans Park Series world champion in Sakura Yoshizumi. I'm Chris Cote. This is Alex White, Jeff Grosso, Tony Hawk. This is Timeout with Jeff Grosso. And being that, we're going to start with Jeff. I know you've been a huge supporter of women's skateboarding since the jump. Tell us about what you just saw. What excites you about the finals we just watched?
Mommy was rad. I like mommy skating. The Japanese girls are coming on strong. There's a little changing of the guard this season, seems like.
I really wanted Grace to do good. It's unfortunate she fell. And I really, really liked Poppy's performance. She put in a lot of heart. Coco's awesome, especially with the big mark on her face.
I see you light up when we talk about women's skating, and throughout this entire season, you've been cheering from the sidelines louder than anybody from the deck when the women drop in. What is it about this crew that we have at Vans Park Series that gets you so fired up? I mean, I see it every contest.
It's just been a long time coming. We like to think that we're so progressive in skateboarding, and, we were a little late to the show with the girls. And so it's nice to see them catching up and getting their due. It wasn't more than a handful of years ago that we couldn't even get them flowed boards and shoes and stuff, let alone something like having a whole ecosystem for them to flourish in.
Yeah.
So it's rad to see, the original set of them and what they've done. It's cool to see the younger ones coming up and what they're bringing to the table. I'd like to see the format change a little bit and let them off the hook a little so that they could just skate rather than performing a set routine. I think that would probably do everybody a little bit of justice, but it's exciting. They're exciting. They got a lot of passion, and they rip.
Now, Alex, you have your name on a skateboard. You're a professional skateboarder. I've seen you getting chased down the streets, getting tackled by security guards. We've come a long way. And what we just saw, I know you're fired up. I see it on your face. You're excited. So tell us where we're at in the state of women's skateboarding right now.
I said it before, I'll say it again, women's skateboarding has arrived. We're here. We came out, everybody shows up, they give it their all. I mean, Poppy put everything she had into that. Mommy wanting another chance to hit the Van sign. The girls want it, and I love seeing it.
Tony, we just watched, 4 runs each from 8 of the best park skaters on the planet. Where do we go from here? What's next for women's park skating?
The sky's the limit. I think that they keep getting better. They're getting more strategy, and there's no. We're so far beyond the novelty. It's just like they're here. They've arrived. They're doing the hardest tricks, and they're only getting better. And they're getting more well-rounded in terms of skating all kinds of terrain, and that was really exciting. I love seeing the heart, especially of the Japanese girls, trying tricks after time, with just for themselves and for the crowd.
That was the best part. It wasn't about the points; it was about the passion.
It just shows that they have the passion that we've all had.
Well, we just witnessed incredible raw skateboarding from 8 of the best park skaters.
Somebody should say Sakura.
Sakura Yoshizumi, the world champion.
Yeah, Sakura, the Eddie Elguera of female skateboarding. She ruled.
Tech.
Go for it.
An epic show, and of course, so much more skateboarding to come. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back with more from Salt Lake City, Utah, here at the Vans Park Series World Championships of Park Skateboarding. Stay tuned. Thank you to this epic panel. We'll see more of them later on in the show. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. A whirlwind tour across the globe spanning 4 countries in 5 months, and countless memorable moments culminates with the official grand finale, the 2019 Vans Park Series World Championships in Salt Lake City, Utah, the state of sport. The Vans Park Series Pro Tour is the premier competitive series for park terrain skateboarding, the fastest growing discipline in skateboarding today. Combining all aspects of skate culture, street, and transition, the Park Series is home to the most exciting show in skateboarding. Hosted in the United States for the first time, this year's VPS World Championships will be held at the brand new permanent Vans Utah Sports Commission Skate Park, a legacy park terrain skateboarding facility designed and built for the Utah community. Alex Sorgente will be looking to defend his World Championship title against an intimidating field of powerhouse park skaters like Oscar Rosenberg-Halber, Roman Pabich, and Luis Francisco. Can Sorgente pull the impossible and get through this incredible field to get the unprecedented 3rd Vans Park Series World Championship title? Or will newcomer Jake Wooten steal his thunder and win the title for himself? The Utah sun is beaming down on the brand new permanent skate park, and the best park skaters in the world are about to show us how it's done. The 2019 Vans Park Series World Championship starts right now.
Boys are throwing down out here.
All right, skate fans, it all comes down to this. You're about to witness the Vans Park Series World Championships live from Salt Lake City, Utah, here at this legacy skate park built by Vans and the Utah Sports Commission. A beautiful skate park that in about 45 minutes will belong to the Salt Lake City locals. We built this park, it will stay. I'm Chris Cote, this is Tony Hawk, and we're about to watch the Men's World Championships of Park Skating here at the Vans Park Series. I'm ready, are you ready?
Yeah, it's been leading up to this moment right now. We've hit 4 other stops. It's going to be crazy. This park is the best one by far. Well, I can tell you from experience.
I saw you this morning ripping this park. We got a stacked house behind us. The crowd is just raging right now. The men are practicing, but before we get to the finals, let's talk about how we got here. We're going to go way back to the beginning of the year where we started our Vans Park Series for 2019 in Shanghai, China. So Shanghai was a surprise for a lot of us when we saw teenager Roman Pabich absolutely blitz through the field. He got his maiden victory and did it in a big way. This skateboarding was next level from Roman.
It was. We saw him putting pieces of this run together during practice, but never the whole thing. And then once the contest started, it was like, oh, he's here to win. And it was a big surprise. He was, one of the younger guys, relatively unknown, but has made a name for himself throughout this whole series. Look at that wall bash to kickflip.
That should not be
No
possible.
one was touching that.
That was an incredible victory. You saw an all-teenager final right there in Shanghai. From Shanghai, we went down to the skate city of Sao Paulo, Brazil, where a legacy skate park was built 2 years ago, and as you can see, good as new right here. And the Pedro show started, and it didn't finish till Pedro was on top. Pedro got the convincing victory there, and I think the crowd was kind of behind Pedro.
Yeah, you could say that. I'd say the entire crowd wanted him to win. He had the advantage of being able to skate this park for a couple of years, but also he's Pedro, so he's going to find lines no one else does, and speed from nowhere like that with a 540 into a squat. I mean, it was undeniable. He definitely won that event.
Yeah, Pedro Barros, definitely one of the winningest park skaters in the history of this thing we do called park skateboarding. And he went ahead and went back-to-back from Sao Paulo, Brazil. We went up to Montreal, Canada, and yet another incredible Vans Legacy skate park built right there by the Olympic Stadium. This park was tricky for a lot of these skateboarders, except for Pedro Barros.
He was riding high from his win, but you got to know that this was his last run. He didn't make a full run until this one right here. And then it's 540 into a varial flip Indy, seal the deal. That was it. I mean, to be able to get speed out of the landings like that in the squat, it was like, he's here to win. Once again, it's Pedro Barros' show.
Yeah, he has the ability to somehow raise it to new levels in the last seconds of his run. So from Montreal, Canada, we made the trip to Paris for yet another Vans Park Series Legacy Skate Park build. This park, set in the hills in the outskirts of beautiful Paris, France, became an instant classic. And Corey Juneau, we were expecting a win from Corey a long time ago, but this was his first one. I mean, this is just how Corey skates, day in, day out. Perfect. Every trick done so
That was
proper.
his time, especially some of the hardest tricks, sliding the longest, like that front board around the corner, backside nose munch, back lip around the corner to revert. I mean, these are all just standard Corey tricks, but he took them to the hardest places.
Well, Corey had a heavy slam yesterday, and we wish you the best. Get well soon. Corey's no doubt watching, probably from the deck, and then a big shocker as we make our way to the Vans Park Series World Championships here in Salt Lake City. No Pedro, no Corey, so the field is wide open again. This park built together in partnership with Vans and the Utah Sports Commission. So we thank you guys for creating this park, which is pretty unanimous. Everybody loves this park, including this guy. He's on the deck. He is Dune, a.k.a. Chris Pastors. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, what's up, brother? Thank you so much. And you nailed it. The best course yet. The skaters are feeling it. The crowd is on fire here in Salt Lake City. Super intense energy. And from what I'm seeing, the skaters are either excelling with power, like our leading semifinalists Alex Sorgente, Clay Kreiner, Luis Francisco, going high, or they're using creativity and unique obstacles on the course. And we're seeing that from guys like Roman Pabic and Oscar Rosenberg. So yeah, the energy is high. We're ready to get this thing underway. So thank you guys. Stay tuned. Men's finals coming up.
I'm envious of Pastors' spot on the deck. They're right in there amongst the crowd. I mean, we've got thousands of skate fans here. Standing room only. Salt Lake City, I mean, this is a skate town, and they are well-deserved to have a park like this now in their backyard.
Yeah, there have been a few parks sprinkled throughout Salt Lake, kind of off the beaten path, and to have this one front and center, it's probably the state-of-the-art, best one we've seen on this whole series, and best one they've probably seen in the city. It's a great addition to the skate scene here.
Yeah, and as you can see behind us, of course, everybody is ready for this to start. We've got legends on the deck. I mean, Willie Santos, Hasoy, they're all here, including two of my favorite skateboarders on the planet. I'm so excited to introduce to you John Cardiel and Grayson Fletcher. What up?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here with John Cardiel, every pro skater's favorite skater, the all-terrain vehicle. What do you think about this new park, John?
Oh, it's insane, man. And the fact that they're leaving it here for the people of Salt Lake City to rip at, it's fucking insane, man.
Rad. And I also want to know, everybody likes DIY skate parks. You saw Pedro Barros and Ronnie Sandoval and Jeff Rowley's Take It Back part. What do you think about that, how they killed it? And
so amazing, man. And even the work that they did at the old dinosaur parks, all that shit was so fucking amazing, man. It's like, I love seeing, because you go through the generations of skating and seeing how it's progressed. And especially with the DIY parks and all that shit, you're like, damn, man, like this place is crazy. Like the fact that the whole community got behind it, has a place to chill and like all go drink a beer and kick back. Like that's fucking awesome, man. Yep. I love it.
So there's a lot of DIY, like I said, huge impact in skateboarding and on these Vans Park events. What do you feel is the DIY approach here? Like, do you like the hips and everything? Like a lot of hips?
Yeah, man. I mean, well, this is pretty skate parked out. So, I mean, but real talk, I mean, you could add extensions and add it and make it DIY, you know what I mean? But as far as skate park vibes go, this place is insane. I'm just tripping out. Seeing Pedro and like asking him to maybe do a gap or something. It's just amazing, bro.
And who do you think's gonna win?
Oh, I don't even want to say, man. Everybody wins. How about that? Salt Lake City wins.
Yep. There we go. Salt Lake City wins. Thanks, guys. Back to you at the booth, too. Yeah, John.
Yo.
Hey, I got chills. That's John Cardiel. John Cardiel is
All
here.
hail.
That was epic. And basically, how are you going to win this contest? Well, channel your inner Cardiel, and you could potentially win. That's not going to be an easy thing to do. But we had some of the best park skaters on the planet here yesterday for the prelims and the semifinals. And I'll tell you, it was a brutal afternoon. There were some heavy slams, but there was also some incredible skateboarding that went down. So let's take a look back at what transpired here in Salt Lake City yesterday leading up to the finals today.
The World Championships of the Vans Park Series 2019. The final hurrah here, Salt Lake City, Utah. Let's get this going right now. Let's clear the park. We're going to drop in our first skater coming out of South.
So you want to be a Vans Park Series World Champion, you're going to have to skate like that. Again, some brutal slams went down yesterday. You saw Jake Wooten there, slammed, came back, advanced into the finals. Unfortunately, we did lose Corey Juno, who had a vicious slam. And then right after that, Pedro Barros had to go. So you know how tough that's going to be to follow up and try to stick your run after seeing your friend slam right in front of you. The good news is, we have a course preview, so we will get to see some Pedro Barros today. And like we've been saying all day long, this park is perfect. Don't take our word for it. Take Pedro Barros' word.
Look at that. Here it goes around the outside, too. Coming off the logo. No one's really using these back banks.
That's my favorite part of the park.
Not that they
That's
need
the
to,
part.
yeah. And you can see Pedro has to slow down. He always gets so much speed that it can't contain him. Nice, big alley-oop. And it's got a little bit of vert, it's got some banks, it's got some mini ramps, and it's got some bowls, but you gotta know how to skate everything if you're gonna win this thing.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy when you're competing against the best park skaters on the planet, and that's what we will have for you today. Well, throughout this entire Vans Park series, we've been making our picks. Who do we want to see skate? It's been really fun. We've made some really entertaining picks, but today, it's all business. Who's going to win? Starting with Tony Hawk.
Oh, wow. It's just so much pressure.
Just throwing it right at you there.
I'm going to go with Clay Kreiner. I feel like he's a bit of an underdog. He's podiumed a couple times, but he's so fun to watch, and he has the absolute hardest vert tricks. He's got the hardest mega ramp tricks, but he can do them on these walls somehow magically. And he goes fast through every section, so he covers the whole park in a very short time. That way they know that he's got a lot of variety, and he's hit every single piece of the park. And he's got the best energy. I mean, at one point in one of the previous events, the best trick was over, and he wanted to see people keep going, so he started throwing money out of his wallet.
His own money.
Like, let's keep it going.
I love it.
And that's contagious, and I think the judges love it. You can just see how much fun he's having.
I could see Clay Kreiner as a world champion. He's earned it. All right, so Tony Hawk's pick to win, Clay Kreiner. Now let's go to my pick to win. Of course, mulled this over for some time, but after yesterday's display of 100% raw skateboarding, I'm going to go with Jake Wooten. I am in the Wooten clan. Okay, Tony? He's possessed to skate. Literally, nothing can stop him. Try to stop him. See what happens. His signature tricks are otherworldly. He's got cab variations. He does things no one else can do. And if he can stay on his board, that's going to be the difference. Jake Wooten is going to be your 2019 world champion of park skating, Tony. There you go.
Okay.
Let's go down to the deck. Chris Pastors, who's going to win?
What's up, boys? My pick is the one and only Oscar Rosenberg for a few reasons. He came through with a creative last run under the gun in semis. Was so fun to watch. I call him the Jazz Man because his lines are fun and improvisational. And lastly, he's our 2017 men's champion. He's missed the 2019 VPS podium. Oski is due for another win.
I gotta say, Chris, I followed him around the park during practice, and I'm gonna.
You don't know where he's going.
I'm a little torn.
Yeah.
It was very impressive to see what he can do in this thing.
Well, we've got 8 of the world's best park skaters on hand for our finals here. We will be crowning a world champion today, and here's how we're going to do it. So, 8 skaters came from the semifinals. They're going to get 4 runs each, 40 seconds max. You skate until you fall, and on your 4th run, you got your first wall or first trick rebate. Everything starts over if you don't make it. If you do make it, you could be going on to glory.
I feel like with this field, very few people are going to take advantage of it. They are just going all out. No one is holding back anything. No one is being conservative or even using strategy. They're just going in, and if they make it, they make it. If they don't, it's over. But we'll see. With that first wall rebate, it could be an advantage a little bit.
Every wall will be destroyed. But don't worry, this park was built well by fans in the Utah Sports Commission. It will last. Here's your men's finals. Tristan Rennie, Clay Kreiner, Roman Pabich, Oscar Rosenberg-Halberg, CJ Collins, Luis Francisco, your lone representative from Brazil, Jake Wooten, and Alex Sorgente. This is an awesome group of skateboarders, and we're very excited to see what these guys get to do here at this purpose-built Vans Legacy Skate Park. We're going to start it off with a man from Rialto, California, 21 years old, Tristan Rennie. What?
Huge Indy disaster.
What a way to start.
Oh, kickflip Indy over the hip. Even these small, these tricks on the smaller walls count for a lot. The back Smith, the nose grind. Oh, Smith
there we go.
stall.
The Vans logo getting some love. Wow.
I mean, that's just another trick in his run. Usually that would be the highlight of someone else's run.
He's just coming out firing. 9 seconds
there
left.
There you go. Melon 5.
A crazy finisher there. Only left 5 seconds on the clock, so that was a solid 35 seconds of skating from Tristan Rennie, 21 years old from Rialto, California. He got 3rd place in Brazil, 3rd place in Montreal, a 5th in Paris. He knows what it's like. He knows what it takes to make the podium. Does he know what it takes to get the win, Tony?
If he makes that run, he could.
All right, so part of the teenage contingent coming through here. Vans Park Series World Championships. You got 2nd place in Shanghai, China. Score comes through, 70.17 for Tristan Rennie. Coming up next from Anaheim, California. Pro for Toy Machine, Vans Team Rider. He's just chilling in the shade right here. No pressure on CJ Collins. Coming out of Anaheim. Here we go. 40 seconds on the clock. Oh, that's one way to start. That was scary.
Nice. A lot of speed. Big stalefish into the corner.
CJ has an incredible bag of tricks.
Oh, nose grind, kind of overturning it there. Backside nose blunt on the biggest wall. Wow, no complete tail slide. That's the CJ signature move.
10 seconds for CJ.
Nice frontside flip.
Wow, we got a run here from CJ Collins.
This will be the best run so far.
Good call. 1 second left. Last trick here.
Oh, nice.
Okay, did you see where he pivoted right there? on the tip of the V. We're talking a 4-inch square piece of real estate right there.
That's a difficult aim.
That was, I mean, that could be a world championship run right there to start us off. Throw out a number, Tony. What do you think?
For his score, we're gonna go mid to high 80s.
I agree. I mean, look, that
was a risky move at the end too.
I just I can't even explain. You have to come to this park and go look at that thing and see what he just accomplished right there. That was wild. An 83.07 for CJ Collins. That's a solid score. What can he do to improve on that?
Not too sure, actually.
Higher, faster, longer?
Unless we see a 540 in there.
All right, Clay Kreiner coming up next. 22 years old, Tony Hawk's pick for potential world champion.
Because of tricks like that, giant stalefish. Into a Smith grind around the corner, kickflip in. Oh, missing that grab.
He's got a 540 varial in his bag of tricks?
Yes, several.
Several.
Yeah.
He has several bags of tricks.
He's got a bunch of 540 variations. Body varial, regular varial, alley-oop varial, 20 feet out on the mega ramp.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty comfortable way high
up
there.
well-rounded.
I think he's more comfortable about 8 to 10 feet in the air than anything else.
All right, so from Clay Kreiner, we go to Luis Francisco, who's been an absolute standout in his rookie seasons here on Vans Park Series. Here we go, 40 seconds on the clock from Sao Paulo, Brazil.
You see that little tweak right there, kickflip Indy, dropping the tail down.
This kid does his old school tricks so proper. It's like he grew up as a baby being just spoon-fed Tony Hawk videos.
Oh, varial flip, nice landing into a 360. No time to think there or set up.
That was rapid fire skateboarding.
Wow, nose grind over the hip. Front feeble.
Wow. I mean, I'm sensing urgency right out the gates here. 3 seconds left for Luis Francisco.
Needs something else here. Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Heel flip Indy, frontside 5-0 to fake it. That's not going to count. But I think that's one of the best runs we've seen.
And I like when skaters pop out like that. Just total control, right? Showing the judges they have complete command and control over their board.
That he kept going beyond time, still doing hard tricks just to show that he's got it. Look, I love that how he drops the tail, and then this varial flip combo.
It's like, you know,
you've got to land with your feet perfectly set up, and then this heel flip Indy was so solid. He even smacks the tail a little bit. Showing some 90s flair on that.
Comes through, there's Pedro Barros. Pedro doesn't have to be here, but you know what? He wants to be here. You're gonna help coach Luis Francisco. If you're gonna listen to anyone about how to skate a park, listen to Pedro Barros. All right, here we go. Roman Pabic started his year with a win in China. Got 3rd place in France, and here we go again, Roman Pabic.
Solid start here. Look at that! You can see that little D pump. He had to lose speed to go over the volcano.
A volcano just
that's a technique in itself. Losing speed is not easy. Nice alley-oop lip slide.
10 seconds left. He's already done 40 tricks.
I think we're going to see a 540 here. Oh, we saw him have trouble with that in I want to say Sao Paulo as well. That wall is deceiving. It looks like it's flat when you're approaching it, but there is a very distinct corner in it. And if you don't hit the right spot, especially on a 540, you're going to land in the corner by accident.
You know,
which is what he did.
That volcano it's like a projectile, right? When you land in the proper spot, it just launches you, doubling your speed.
A little bit too much speed for that wall, maybe.
Roman Pabic comes through the 71.77 as it stands right now. It's going to be CJ Collins in the lead with an 83.07. Here we go. Join the Wooten clan. This guy is a maniac. Love how he skates. Always a crowd favorite. Jake Wooten is in.
Solid start, back tail, and then big melon over the volcano. Oh, alley-oop 5-0. See right there, the way that you land on that volcano gives you a little bit too much speed to go into a grind, unless you're going to slow it down. And you can see there, his body was almost too high up to adjust for it.
For Jake, I mean, he's already accomplished something major. This is his first final on Vans Park Series, so already congratulations. We got more to come from Jake Wooten. All these skaters get 4 runs. Remember, your best 1 run counts. You can fall on 3 runs in a row, but if you nail that 4th run, you could be a world champion. There you go. Get it, Oski. Fan support coming through from Malmo, Sweden's own Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg. Nickname is Oski. He is the Vans Park Series world champion from 2017. Nobody knows what Oski's going to do.
Oh, right there.
And then he goes and does that.
That's how you start a run right there.
Representing Polar Skate Company. Pastors calls him a free jazz skater.
Oh, man. Backside disaster to revert. I'm claiming he is the alley-oop king.
I mean, he is just stream of consciousness style skating right here. 7 seconds left.
Back tail and the Vans logo. I don't think he wanted to slide, but he slid anyway.
Wow. Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg.
Big backside 360. Wow.
That was right there on the edge of time. If that trick made it in time, we're definitely looking at your new leader. Oski came through this season, didn't make a final, and now he's skating like this.
That's a good start right there. Pushing the needle on the difficulty factor.
I mean, this run's going to take a minute to sink in, what he just did right here. Otherworldly skateboarding from Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg.
Wow, some of the hardest vert tricks too, and then that backside tail, just clutch.
I mean, talk about silky smooth. That style right there. That is just... So the last trick did not count, but...
Doesn't matter.
All the tricks he did leading up to that counted for an 87.17, a massive score from your 2017 Vans Park Series world champ, Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg, right back in the driver's seat. But watch out, we got champs on champs from 2016, 2018, world champ Alex Sorgente. Here we go.
Fabini,
wow,
solid,
that's huge.
Way up there too. Ooh, fake yellow nose grind, 360. Does everyone have to lose their hat over the volcano?
You have to at least once.
Mandatory?
Yeah,
okay.
Mandatory hat fly. Wow, Sorgente, 15 seconds left.
That Vans logo. Oh, all the way over to switch crook.
Well, Sorgente's a 2-time world champion for good reason. Runs like this.
Oh, alley-oop Caballero using his vert skills there to their fullest. Now, that trick right there, in and of itself, is not the most difficult on a vert ramp, but with that wall, it doesn't have much vert. It's super risky, and he was going way higher than I would recommend.
And he was carving around that corner into it. I mean, Sorgente, he just has a different gear he can kick it into. You see, right? I mean, his consistency is...
I love this right here. That's kind of a sugar cane, but it's really like a 270 switch crooks.
I mean, talk about board control. It almost appears his board's just stuck to his feet.
Yeah.
Sorgente comes through a 79.30 if he gets that last trick. I mean, this guy is he is a skate savant when it comes to being able to put runs together and replace and add tricks. So he'll be coming through with 3 more runs. Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg currently in the lead with an 87.17. CJ Collins in second, Luis Francisco. But Oscar has that big lead. So the judges basically are looking for what Oscar just did. Creativity is key. Go fast. Do your tricks big. Do your grinds far. That 4th line, emphasis on distance traveled, is coming in key for our potential world champions here. Go fast. Have a good style. Skate with power. Use flow. Easy, right, Tony? You do all this stuff. It's...
Yeah, not today.
Not today.
No, not this morning. Maybe I had 1 or 2 of those. That's about it.
I think well, come on. You got all 4 of those. Let's go. Here we go. Tristan Rennie, back to the top of the lineup. Tristan has been quietly dominating the podium throughout the year. Every event.
Oh, nice. Kickflip Indy, almost flipping it too far.
Double flip Indy. Tristan Rennie. I mean, talk about control. His trucks are finger tightened. They're wobbly.
Wow. And you can see he redirects himself very quickly. 540.
Nailed it. 5 seconds left. Still has time to add tricks.
And this will be the last trick right here. Back lip. That's a good way to end it. That's a hard one.
That was a hell of a run from Tristan Rennie. Is that a world championship run?
I don't know. That's a tough call.
Did make you think about it, though.
Yes.
Forced you to think about it. But, I mean, this is where you don't want to be a judge. You know, all the tricks are hard. Everything he's doing is with full speed.
Yeah, that 540 might have put him over the edge.
So the score to beat for now, 87-17, put up by Oski. And score for Tristan Rennie comes through 82-13. That's enough to get him in third place. So Oski's run a full 5 points above that. Why? What's the difference there?
I think it's the way Oski uses the course. It's not just your typical this quarter pipe. He's actually going around the outside of it as well, doing big transfers.
Now CJ Collins starts off with a heavy Grant Taylor-esque boneless. You're gonna do a boneless?
Oh, landed real high on that stale fish. Almost hanging up. Oh, wow! Ollie out, roll out, kickflip in. That's what the judges want to see, especially tricks like that afterwards. Backside nose blunt.
And he is just hammering his tricks.
Oh no, missing the frontside flip. Of all the things in that run, I didn't think he'd miss that one.
CJ Collins, that signature ollie out onto the deck, kickflip in. He's done that in some of the most precarious positions
in this case, though, in this case, he had no time to do it because right there.
Oh, so it was a 2 for 1, 50-50 roll out. I mean, even though he didn't finish this run, it's going to be a huge score. That was wild. From CJ Collins, a teenager. He's 16 years old. Barely have his driver's license. He's already pro. He's skating like that, 70.40. He's still in second place, sitting on that 83.07. He's ready for more. We'll get 2 more runs from CJ Collins. Here we go. Coming up next, Clay Kreiner from Simpsonville, South Carolina.
Clay needs to channel his inner vert demon here. Like that. Stale fish.
That was massive.
And Smith Grinder on the corner. Kickflip Indy. He missed it last time. Now we're on our way. Oh, frontside alley-oop. Good landing on that. Those are hard to land high.
See, he's hitting every wall of the park.
Look at this setup for his feet.
Now he's going to speed back over to the deep end. No walls wasted for Clay Kreiner. Here we go, big finish.
Something here, big 540. Oh, I told you, body varial 540. He's got it in the bag.
I jumped out of my seat and turned away. Didn't quite get it.
I can't stress how much harder it is in a bowl like that than it is on a vert ramp or even one of the big air mega ramps. You don't have the air time to do all that stuff, to switch up your stance. Clay doesn't care. He launches it up and he makes it happen. And I think we're going to see him do that. We're going to see him do that run in the final, in one of his last 2 runs for sure.
I love the crowd reaction too. It was, oh. Clay Kreiner right there. I mean, that is just pure power skating.
I'm surprised he went for the body varial 5 instead of just a standard 5. It's just to get one in the bag.
You know, that's just how he is. I mean, all these skaters know what's on the line here as we go to 19-year-old from São Paulo, Brazil, Luis Francisco.
Nice, frontside blunt. He's switching up already.
Got a great start to his year. 3rd place in Shanghai, 2nd place
Whoa.
São Paulo, 4th place in Montreal.
Luis knows that the judges were a little bit critical of his last run, so he's mixing this one up in a big way.
You're watching at home and you're seeing these tricks done so easily. Make no mistake about it. This whole park is big. I mean, this is a proper skate park.
I don't think that 5 is going to count. if he could have gotten to that 540 in time and made it, it would have increased the score quite a bit. But I don't think the judges are going to be kind. But a couple of these tricks were solid. That kickflip Indy and then into the frontside blunt.
He just lands his tricks, bolts every time. This kid is automatic. Luis Francisco comes through 73.33. Still gonna sit on that 80.53. So far, enough for a 4th place. We're not yet halfway through here. The finals for the Vans Park Series World Championships coming up next. Roman Pabich from Ocean City, Maryland, 17 years old. He is a Vans Select Pro for the first time in 2019. Won his first VPS championship in China earlier this year.
Oh!
Probably has the deepest bag of old school tricks of anyone in the field.
I love that Indy 360 over the volcano. Now right there, that kickflip Indy, he caught his board on the wrong side. We call that dark side, and still tried to roll it in, but that is the kind of trick that only ever happens in competition. No one is rolling their board in when they catch it the wrong side in practice or in a regular
You just
session.
jump off, right?
It's the only
Stay
time
away.
you see it in competition, and people try to make it, and sometimes they do. Bob Burnquist is notorious for making those no matter what.
46-40. Score comes through for Roman Pabich. Now we go to Jake Wooten from Gallatin, Tennessee.
Oh, wow, missed the truck there, and in a desperate move, grabbed it and pulled it in. That was not what he intended for that trick right there.
He will not give up on any trick.
No. Oh, here we go. There's that frontside alley-oop 50. That trick may not look like much, but it is difficult and very scary. Oh, this trick. Ollie, frontside 360 to rock to fakie.
To switch.
Or whatever you want to call it.
Backflip.
Switch disaster. I don't know.
That was, and that's Jake Wooten right there. He does tricks no one else even tries. He had probably the most vicious slam yesterday. Came back.
That's what put him in first right there. Those tricks.
And again, there's a documentary about Jake Wooten that the homies at Santa Cruz Skateboarding made. And it is just a really beautiful picture of this kid who went through a lot as a youngster, and he's come through it all to be come through as one of the best park skaters in the world. Definitely the people's champion. Crowd favorite wherever we go. Finals or not, the kid has a following around the globe now.
He hasn't made the finals in any of the events, but what he does in the best trick after the event is usually what people are talking about most.
He's the people's champ.
That's it, yeah.
Oscar Rosenberg-Hallberg, your current leader with an 87.17. And definitely has the hardest, scariest start.
That was way more speed than he's had every time. You know, that logo's only so long. He needs to realize that. He was grinding into the void on that last attempt.
Oski is, a skater's skater. This is a guy that everybody looks at as, how would I dream of one day skating? Who do I want to skate like? Most people will say Oscar Rosenberg-Hallberg. Sickest style.
Our current leader.
So good. Here we go. If anybody can take out Oski, it's this guy right here. 2-time Vans Park Series world champ, Alex Sorgente. Big start.
Kickflip Indy, just like a vert veteran.
Oh.
Ooh, nice. Crooks to fakie.
And that's what the judges want to see.
All this right here, it requires such a quick setup to have those 3 tricks go down right there.
Up, over, out.
Cruising. Ollie to tail. Right there. Ollie to switch crooks. Backside disaster revert. What are we doing with the switch zone here? Caballerial, alley-oop.
That's it.
This is the last time we got it. That's the whole run.
Alex Sorgente. So this is going to be cool to see because now we're going to see what the judges think about, right? So he didn't get that last trick on his first run, which was a 79.30. So now we're going to really see what kind of weight the judges will throw on that last trick.
He had the...
well, that was crazy. That was huge.
All of that, the makings of a veteran vert skater, but then all this stuff is where he really shines in the bowl. Tricks like that on the logo. And then this sugar cane, for lack of a better explanation.
All right, so that was a look back at that run. Do we wait for the score to come through? 85.57 for Alex Sorgente. It's enough for second place. What do you do to jump up 3 points? How do you add 3 points to that run?
I don't know. He's got to add another trick somehow.
One more trick could do it.
He needs to bend the time-space continuum and get himself more time in the bowl.
All right, you can hear the crowd going wild. That means we go back to the top of the lineup. Tristan Rennie coming up next for the call. Let's go down to Chris Pastras with Grayson Fletcher.
Yeah, boys, thank you so much. And Grayson, we're stoked to have you here. I know you've been following the action via Twitch. Describe what you're seeing so far here in Salt Lake.
So yeah, I've been seeing everybody kill it, and everybody had some big slams yesterday, which sucked, but they're all good, so that's cool. And to see them come back today and kill it even harder is amazing. And we saw Coconut do those big back nose grind and then another big front nose grind right after she slammed, and it's been rad, man. Everyone's killing it.
Right on. And I hear from everyone that it's a favorite park. This park is their favorite. Are you hearing the same feedback on your end?
Yeah, I've been hearing it, and I was like, okay, usually you hear people talk about the park, and they're like, oh, I don't know if I like this, though. I don't know if I like that. But you can really tell everybody's ripping, so
yes.
They must be liking the park a lot, and everyone's finishing their runs.
Speaking of ripping, Tristan Rennie is in bowl in the park, and let's call the action.
We jinxed him.
Right? Put the pressure on him.
Looks like
and
he's
so
going
far
forward.
we've got Oski in the lead. What's your thoughts on that, and what's it going to take to top Oski?
It's really hard because Oscar comes with a different approach. He's random.
Fun,
you never know
loose.
what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Loose and fun, and you got to watch out. He hits the deck a lot, manuals across everything, hits all the
The
obstacles.
cameramen have no idea where he's going.
No idea.
The jazz man.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And then
He's
we
technical.
have Alex Sorgente on his heels.
With a close
Talk about
second.
Alex's power.
Yeah, so Alex goes fast and goes big. He grew up skating from Florida. Now he lives in LA, but skated all the big parks in San Diego, and there's a lot of big tranny there, so he's going big.
Speaking of going big, CJ Collins is in. Nice backside tail slide. Go ahead and help us call the action,
Big
Grayson.
front stale fish. Looks like he's keeping his speed pretty good, coming in for the kickflip, making it.
That is so difficult. I can't stress that enough. It's so
Coming
crazy to kickflip on it into a big transition like that. CJ makes it look just seamless.
The no comply tail slide, a technical trick, but smooth. Big front side flip on the Thrasher wall.
Wow.
How you like seeing that one, Chris? Every time
man,
on.
dude, CJ, it's like magnets. It's crazy.
So what would you say CJ skates compared to like Oscar? Kind of similar?
Very similar.
Random?
Creative. You never know what they're going to do. Kind of have a
Technical.
street style approach. So some of my favorites to watch.
They're
and
both
I think
very
this park
tech.
really helps their creativity and their street style.
Yeah, I really like how the hip and the Thrasher wall are a little bit mellower than usual quarter pipes. Lets you get extra technical on those walls and allows a little bit of forgiveness as you're coming in.
Yeah, and you got the rainbow rail and the Vans thing, logo that everyone's flying out and hitting. It's super fun course.
Yeah, that thing's going to take a beating today. I already know it. That's what we want to see.
And CJ Collins currently in third place with all that creativity. Had an 83.07 on his second run, on his first run, excuse me. And this guy
Talk about
goes
going
off.
big. Clay Kreiner used to skate in mega ramps, as we see right there. Huge sailfish on the vert wall.
Massive kickflip Indy.
Looking to avoid the ski bump. Oh, no. Looked like he's trying to skip that. Was coming in a little too fast towards that thing and bump you.
Awesome. Well, Grayson, I'm so stoked you're out here. Follow him on the Twitch app. He's been killing it all weekend long. You're a legend, Grayson.
Rad.
Much respect. Back to the boys in the booth.
Thanks, Chris.
Two legends right there. I don't throw that word around willy-nilly either, Tony. Chris Pastras, Grayson Fletcher. I mean, not only do we have some incredible skate fans from Salt Lake City in attendance, but also just the Vans team is here, Cardiel's here, Hassoy.
Yeah, everyone came out for the finals.
Yeah, have to. Will Luis Francisco be our world champion?
Oh, no, not
yet.
On the heel flip Indy there.
Not yet. So he will have one more run. That was a quick in and out. Hey, there's Mike. Grind for life. Check out Grind for Life, an awesome organization that helps people with cancer get around. Here's Roman Pabic. 35 seconds on the clock. Roman Pabic currently sitting in 6th place with a 71.77.
Oh, nice. Indy 3 over the volcano. Oh, missed. Oh, there you go. There's the dark side. I told you we only see that in competition. He caught that on the wrong side of the board and then rolled it under his feet.
That was shocking.
On a wing and a prayer.
That was shocking. Only Roman Pabic.
And there's that 540. He's got it.
With the hat.
Wow, caught his hat in the squat. I mean, those things aren't going to count for extra points. The fact that he squatted out and caught his hat.
Sure, was cool looking.
Yeah, but I give him props.
Props from Hawk. That's worth more than points. There's Ronnie Sandoval, Tin from Vans. Everybody's out here.
Look at this. Backside tail slide. Indy 3. Such a good landing there, too. And this was the trick. Kickflip Indy, caught the wrong way. Doesn't care.
That is miraculous.
Looks like that 540 did not count towards the run. Is that correct?
Well, the score comes through. And it's an 82.70. Cooling down there for Roman Pabic. One thing we haven't mentioned, it's hot out here. It's about 85 plus here in Salt Lake City. It's good skate weather. It's a nice breeze. Jake Wooten. Right now, Jake Wooten sitting in 8th. If he can stay on his board and do all his signature tricks, he'll be in the top 3.
Wow, sitting out that frontside feeble there.
Oh, I just love the look of that. That's just classic.
Oh, backside ollie, late shove, body varial.
Did not
disaster. And then this one, oh no, that's his signature move right there.
I did not see that trick coming. That was awesome. Jake Wooten. I mean, this kid is battling through a year's worth of slams. When you skate like that, you're gonna slam. I mean, that's just that's a given. He is a warrior, and this has got to be one of my favorite tricks of the
trick
of
right
the day.
there. It's almost a backside disaster, and then does a late shove.
There's a lot that can go wrong in that trick. Jake Wooten.
A lot of faith.
Nobody skates like Jake Wooten.
Yeah, a lot of faith in that trick that it's all going to work out when your feet land on the board.
The Oski fan club is fired up. Get it, Oski. Here we go, Oscar Rosenberg-Hallberg, your current leader with an 87.17. This is his 3rd run. Crowd's got his back. I think we got a new fan favorite here in Oski.
Here we go, that 50-50. Oh, man. He is just pushing it to the edge of the logo, too. Oh, 50-50 to drop down disaster. And then
is that possible?
Right back into the nose blunt.
Did that really just happen?
Yes, he forces it.
Low
Just
to high.
that right there, that back lip, low to high. Oh, this manual is so brilliant.
Oh, yes. WEC approved. No tail touch.
I think we might have our winning run right here.
8 seconds left. Finish strong, Oski.
Back tail. Looks good.
Oh, this crowd is just eating it up.
Back lip, that's going to do it. He's going to do it with backside 360, but it's not going to matter. Wow.
A deafening roar from the skaters and fans in Salt Lake City. Oscar Rosenberg-Hallberg.
I think that was the
World
Championship run.
A 90-plus run here.
Oh, I don't know about 90, but I think, yeah, sure, why not?
Crowd's chanting Oski for good reason. He's just on a different level right now.
Yeah, considering that, let's put him in the 90s. Just for that one right there.
The drop-off.
That's such a great idea right there.
Nobody has looked at any of these spots.
Just how narrow that deck is, too, makes it extra difficult.
You know, it's like when this is why we invite the world's best park skaters.
Wow, I didn't see that back foot on the first angle.
This shows you what is possible here.
Well, there you go.
90.83. Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg improving, rocketing himself higher, further into the lead at the 98.3, applying the pressure to two-time Vans Park Series world champion Alex Sorgente, who will be coming up next. This guy's a Terminator. Do not doubt what Alex Sorgente is capable of. 40 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Third run for Sorgente.
Boom. Big kickflip Andy up on the vert wall. This is the same run we saw Alex do before so far. Big body jar.
That's the way he sets up for that trick. Almost kind of makes it an alley-oop. That's just using the corners.
Oh, what is going on there? 270 to nose pick, just a switch pivot.
Again, we're seeing NBDs.
I wonder what the exit strategy was on that trick. That's what I'm more concerned with. Not that he tried it, but just how was he going to get out of it?
If he makes that, I mean, that's an impossible trick made possible by probably one of the only people in the world that can do that trick, Alex Sorgente. Score comes through, it's a 51-7. And that means, as it stands, for now, going into your fourth and final runs here at the Vans Park Series World Championships. Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg from Malmö, Sweden with a 98.3. Sorgente, 85.57. CJ Collins, 83.07. Roman Pabitz, Tristan Rennie, Luis Francisco, Clay Kreiner, and Jake Wooten to follow. But it all comes down to this. Chris Cote here with Tony Hawk on the call for the fourth and final run here at this legacy skate park built in partnership with Vans and the Utah Sports Commission. This is our grand opening party for this park that's going to be here forever. We're going to start from the top of the lineup. This is Tristan Rennie. Starts with that backsmith.
Wow, that Indian disaster is beautiful and frightening. Oh, mixing it up. Blunt slide. Nose grind.
Yeah, this is like a...
That's a lot of faith that you're going to land with speed on the blunt slide into this stuff right here.
Totally different second half of this run.
Yeah, but Tristan knew he had to mix it up. 540.
Gets it. Still has 5 seconds left.
And that's going to do it right here. Oh, backside three in the pocket. That's probably going to be his best scoring run. I don't know if it's going to break him into the top three.
You know, I remember
but it's going to be close.
I remember a mode in Tony Hawk Pro Skater where you had to paint the walls. Right there, Tristan Rennie just painted every wall of this park. And the judges, of course, you know, they want to see you use the entire park, just like Tristan did here.
That's a good run right there, though. The blunt slide into the nose grind. I think this is going to break him into the top three.
Do you have to hit that Vans logo to win this?
I don't think so.
You don't have
contractually?
to. Not contractually.
I don't know. Nice. That backside three that's no joke, too. That pocket, the round wall creeps up on you. It's hard to navigate.
That last trick counted, and here we go. 83.73 for Tristan Rennie. That's enough to get him up into third place for now. We've got 7 skaters left to go on their fourth and final runs. Here's one of them, CJ Collins, 16 years old from Anaheim, California. CJ always gets the crowd fired up.
One of the few to actually just ollie over the volcano. With a solid landing, too. Here we go, that kickflip in. Oh, my goodness, he landed so low.
17 seconds for CJ.
Oh, missing that frontside flip again.
Ow. Not the way he wanted to end his season with a slam, but the damage had been done on previous run. CJ Collins, 83.07 for his highest score. He gets up, walks it off. Crowd goes wild for CJ Collins. No matter how you slice it, CJ, one of the best park skaters in the world, already at the young age of 16 years old.
This right here is so scary. Look at that Barely catching it with his front foot.
That's hard to watch. That is sketch.
I do not understand how all these guys can have their trucks so loose.
Well, so far, the highest score of the entire season, Pedro Barros in Montreal with a 91.5. Records are meant to be broken, Tony.
All right, Clay's
there's still
putting it
a
together
chance.
here.
Clay Kreiner.
Stale fish.
Oh.
Like he's in a
Picture
vert
perfect.
contest in 1985.
Picture perfect every time.
Bindi. What's happening over here?
I mean, his setup tricks are gnarly. Powerful. All right, stay on. Reserve some energy for the last 5 seconds of this run.
He wants that. He wants that body barrel 5. I can tell. It's the same run that he did before.
Big finish.
Here it is. Body barrel 5's
Get
got
it! Yes! Clay Kreiner! The bonus tailside to finish.
Oh, wow.
The Salt Lake crowd going wild for South Carolina's Clay Kreiner.
That was his best run for sure. Don't know if it's going to put him into podium contention because there were a few setups there that he probably didn't need, but all of these tricks were solid. And this, body barrel 540, look how far out he has to pull so he doesn't hang up. That's the trick right there. That's the hardest part of it, is trying to snap it off the wall because there's not much vert.
The mechanics of that trick are out of control. A 6th place run for Clay Kreiner, 81.33. Hey, not bad. As it stands right now, he's the 6th best park skater on the planet.
There you go.
According to us here at Vans Park Series. Which, hey, that holds weight. Luis Francisco from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Our lone Brazilian in the finals, which is rare.
Oh,
That's how you
frontside
start.
5-0 to fakie. That was using the first wall rebate.
He's 19 years old.
Spins it so fast. Ollie 1 foot.
Came into this event as your top tour challenger.
Ooh, heel flip with not much speed. Nice.
Oh, perfect landing there.
He's got the fastest spin. On his 540 and the 360 over that. Oh no.
Luis
Solid
Francisco,
run.
yeah, he got the run he wanted right there. But was it the run the judges wanted?
It is so tight between 3rd and 7th is less than 3 points.
That is wild. I mean, and that's exactly what we want to see. We want to see just a battle from beginning to end. That was your 4th and final run for Luis Francisco. This kid's already a household name now in park skating. I never heard his name in 2017. Now he's one of the big dogs.
Yeah, he's definitely been honing it through all the series too, realizing what it takes, how to use the course.
And the score comes through. It's an 81. 7th place for Luis Francisco. Indiar Asp right there.
It looks like it's a low placing, but he's only 2 points away from 3rd place.
Yeah, this is a crazy top 8.
Tight crew. Oh, not sure. Was Roman trying to disaster that?
He's trying to do something scary. He's always
trying
trying to do something scary. Roman Pavic uses that first wall, AKA first trick rebate.
I don't know if he was intending to use it. I think it just went awry, and he's lucky.
Roman Pavic, our winner from Shanghai.
Oh, it was a disaster. I take that back. It's hard to aim for all of these spots, especially when you're doing alley-oop, because you can't see your landing zone. You just have to have faith that you're going to be pointing in the right direction when you land. Ooh, alley-oop lip slide.
10 seconds for Roman Pavic, currently in 5th. His high score in 82.70.
Oh, 540, getting a little off kilter there. But pulling it together.
I like
and
that.
Kept his hat on.
Tip the hat to the crowd.
Usually we see it fly off at some point.
Yeah. Roman Pavic comes through. Complete run for his 4th and final run here in the Vans Park Series World Championships. Head dunk straight into the ice bucket. Every run from this kid is like a highlight reel. He's got the best tricks. Judges are taking a close look at what Roman just did.
It's 540. Looks like he got a little
mean,
off axis. Just a little off axis, but he saw the landing and he made it work.
All right, the score comes through, an 82-83. That's enough for 5th place for Roman Pabic. He has made his mark on the world of skateboarding with what he's done here on the Vans Park Series.
He won the first stop.
There you go. Coming up next, Jake Wooten, who told us between runs.
Oh, no.
He told us between runs he thinks he's got a broken wrist. That's what he said. That's his words. So that's unofficial, but that's what he says. I believe him.
I believe him too.
And if anybody can skate while broke off, it's Jake Wooten. Love this kid.
So that was a massive kickflip disaster using the first wall rebate. And guess what? He's going to try it again.
Jake Wooten, fan favorite.
There it is. Kickflip disaster, missing it. That's it.
Well, the good news is he's safe, okay? Anytime
He's
Jake
not bleeding.
Wooten comes through, you're just a little worried, but that's why we love him so much, and we love to see him skate. And guess what? Jake Wooten will be back for the Thrasher Best Trick. You know this. All right, 8th place for Jake Wooten, a 51.27. Not bad for his first finals. And he's just gonna go ahead and give one more for the crowd.
That looked like, I was going to say, that looked like an intentional board break.
Maybe he will not be in the Thrasher Best Trick.
If you replay that disaster, you can tell that he landed with his feet way far apart, trying to break his board. It's a secret I used to use in demos that were going on too long. I used to do like disaster and just, my board broke.
Gotta stop the demo
anymore, yeah.
Oscar Rosenberg, Hallberg, will he be our 2019 Vans Park Series World Champion?
Yes, he will.
Whoa.
I'm gonna call it right now.
Well, it's between him and a guy who's done it twice, Alex Sorgente.
True.
So Oscar will use his first wall rebate. Stoked to have Gary here from Skate Line, Thrasher Magazine. What up, Gary? On the deck with Tim O'Connor, getting the crowd fired up. Gary Rogers always gets the crowd sparked. Here we go. Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg, 4th and final run. Uses first wall rebate. Going back at it. Perfect. Perfect.
That's how he started every run so far.
And it's scary every time.
And now what? Where do we go from here?
Nobody knows.
Now that's it. We go to the probably the first place podium. Depending on what Alex does.
All right, here come the sports cliches, Tony. Hail Mary, buzzer beater, whatever you want to say. It comes down to this. We're going to put 40 seconds on the clock, and we're going to leave it up to a guy who's done it twice, a 2-time world champion. Alex Sorgente has one more opportunity. Don't crown him yet. Guy coming up next is pretty good at skateboarding. He's your 2016 and 2018 Vans Park Series World Champion for good reason. Here we go, Alex Sorgente. Is this a World Championship run?
Alex does not know how to keep it mellow.
That was his first wall rebate.
Okay.
Don't panic yet.
Do you see where that was heading?
It was going somewhere crazy.
No, it was going to go all the way across, and then he was going to have to ollie into the deep end with the vert. It gives me shivers to think that that's what he was trying.
Guess what? He's going to do it again.
He's probably going to try it
again. This is
again.
Alex Sorgente we're talking about here. Alex Sorgente, 4th and final run. 40 seconds back on the clock.
50-50 across, and then into the deep end.
Can't do it.
That is the drop of doom. There is no transition to land on. He basically gave up his opportunity to be the first place finisher just to chase that trick. And I believe that is the core of skateboarding right there. It's more about doing it for yourself, about the passion, and not about the winning. It's more about just having fun. And Oscar, what a great ending here. He hasn't won one of these events since last year.
When he's on, he's unstoppable. Your champion, Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg, with the one and only Chris Pastors. Take it away, dude.
Yes, Oski Rosenberg. First off, congratulations. Put your hands together for Oscar. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 Vans Park Series winner. Man, Oski, I call you the jazz man because you're just so fun to watch. It's improvisational. Are those lines all planned?
Thank you. A little bit. I try to plan it, but try to mix it up. Yeah.
And you're coming all the way from Sweden. You won this crown in 2017. What's it mean to you to win it again here in 2019?
It just feels so good. It's just like winning a contest feels insane. Yeah.
Amazing. We'll go celebrate with the crew. Oscar Rosenberg, our 2019 Vans Park Series men's winner. Congratulations, brother. You were my who to watch. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the low-key, soft-spoken skater from Malmö, Sweden comes through again. It's magical. When Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg is on, he's unstoppable. He showed us that in Malmö a few years back, and he showed us again here in Salt Lake City at this legacy skate park built in partnership with Vans and the Utah Sports Commission. There's your
look
8.
how tight that field is, and he's 5 points above it. So it was obvious that he was the clear winner, and everyone else was killing it. They were all vying just for second and third at this point, and he was amazing. I mean, that was the way to use the course. It's unique. It's not anything you'd expect, and it's solid.
Well, think back to the judging criteria, all right? What did the judges see in Oski's run that was just that much above the level of everybody else?
I think it's that he used the whole space, but also when he does do any of the lip tricks, he grinds it as far as he can. He pushes it to the limit. I mean, he's right on the edge of the logo. He's right on the edge of dropping down. In fact, at one point he ran out of room and just landed disaster. That shows exactly what the judges want.
Yeah, and it's just pure creativity. Talk about just the mind of Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg. You have no idea what's going on in there until you see his full run. We're going to take a look at that right now. This is your World Championship run from the one and only Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg from Malmö, Sweden. Grew up at the Bryggeriet Skate School, and that education pays off. Now a two-time Vans Park Series World Champion.
Just the beginning there is so frightening and solid and something no one else was doing. And this right here, 50-50, just dropped down to the deck, disaster, into a backside nose blunt. Like nothing slows him down.
He sees something different in any park that he skates than anybody else in the field.
Yeah, right there, backside lip slide. It wasn't that he did backside lip slide, he did low to high. And then the manual around the pocket with just narrow deck.
Well, you know, when you look at this run, you just see the speed, the style, everything shining through, and the tricks were dangerous. I mean, right there, that is scary.
And then into the backside 260. That didn't even count towards his final score. Imagine if he could have snuck that in during time. How high the score would have been.
Well, that kid's stoked right there. Get it, Oski, and he got it. Your world champion here at the Vans Park Series is Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg, along with Sakura Yosizumi. So a history-making day today. A skater from Japan taking the win for the women, and a skater from Sweden taking the win for the men.
It just shows how far skating has come internationally. That it's people coming. You know, it used to be so. I mean, skating was born in the USA, obviously, mostly on the West Coast, and now it's just international. And the playing field is even. Parks like this are cropping up. We've left a couple behind on this series, including Montreal, Sao Paulo, Paris, and now there's one in Salt Lake City.
And it shows you, world, and Tony, you know this full well, the more skate parks you build, the better the skateboarding is going to be on a global scale. Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg comes from a school called Bryggeriet in Malmö, Sweden, a school that has a skate park on campus. So part of that education is through skateboarding. It's paid off in a huge way here. We have a world champion from Malmö, Sweden, a skate city in Sweden. And then you look at Sakura Yosizumi from Japan. Comes, you know, from a place that is supporting skateboarding from the very roots of it all. And again, 4 skaters in the field of 8 for the women came from Japan. So there you have it. Anybody out there watching on city council, local government, build a skate park in your town. He can help. He's got the Tony Hawk Foundation. Call Tony. He can help build a park in your
We can give you the resources and the direction. Yes, absolutely. But we want to help people help themselves.
There you go.
We want you to take the initiative, and then we will give you the tools that you need.
Teach a skater to fish, and they will,
something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Some great philosophical cliche.
Let's watch more awesome skateboarding. Here we go. Some highlights of the finals day today. So as we led up to the World Championships, this park, I mean, it is brand new, and basically this is how you want to open it up. Get the best park skaters in the world to cut the ribbon, if you will, and that's what happened here. So Luis Francisco came through, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Roman Pavic, always fun to watch. I mean, fun is the key word here. What a fun contest to watch.
I can't believe how quickly these guys can set up, too, for tricks, just one after the other. And the danger factor, I mean, right there, backside 360. And these guys are skating like it's their own vert ramp with the backside nose blunt.
We'll give it up to our top 8. Everybody threw down. If you looked at first through 8th place, just a couple of points separating the entire field. Tight race.
It just took getting that last trick in under time.
Yeah, fitting that last trick.
Yeah, put you on the podium.
Well, another epic event in the books. A world championship just went down. Oscar Rosenberg Halberg gets it. We will have more skateboarding to come. If you're tuning out here, we thank you for watching, but if you want to stay tuned for the Thrasher Magazine Best Trick, Timeout with Jeff Grosso, go to thrashermagazine.com or Vans Park Series. The show will go on. There's a lot more skateboarding to come. Stay tuned. Buzzer beater winners, our timeless winners. That was Vincent Matheran and Indiar Asp. And now it's time for Timeout with Grosso with special guests Christian Asoy, Tony Hawk. I'm Chris Cote, and we just saw creative skateboarding at its finest. Our champion, Oscar Rosenberg-Hallberg, basically using the park inside and out. I mean, it was wizardry from beginning to end. Started off with Jeff Grosso. I'm excited to hear what you have to say. The look on your face, I can't quite read it yet. You tell us what you just saw and what you think about it.
Oski won that contest with a manual roll. Seriously, wrap your fucking heads around that. He won that contest with a wheelie. That's how fucking brilliant the kid is.
Yeah, right there. He said it. Jeff Grosso just said it. Brilliant skateboarding. And right now we're going to talk to this kid from Malmo, Sweden, who is now a two-time world champion here for Vans Park Series. Oscar Rosenberg-Hallberg, you did it again. That was a magical run. Congratulations. You're our world champion 2 times over. And it looks like you're feeling just very calm and, you know, the party hasn't started yet. What's going on, Oski?
What's up? Thank you so much. I feel fucking insane right now, but I'm super happy. I don't know why. Maybe I look calm, but I'm really happy.
You fucking rule, Oski.
Thanks, Jeff.
So, Oski, did you have your entire run planned out on that last one, or did anything end up being a little improvisation?
I had most of it planned out, but since I already did one run, I was like, I want to do something more. So I ended up doing the manual because I don't know, the crowd liked it, so I was like, it would be nice to make it in the contest too. Because I did it before when you filmed. And I was like, it would be sick. The crowd would be hyped if I do it in the contest.
Wait, so I feel like I kind of participated in his run.
Yeah, you did. Of course.
Shot the manual.
You hyped me up.
All right,
I was
thank
like,
you.
damn, I'm filming with Tony Hawk right now. Like, shit, it's insane. Okay, I better like fire up this manual right here. And then it was the first time I made it. And then I was like, okay, let's do it again.
So, Oski, I love how you make it look so spontaneous and not planned. And it's beautiful to watch. And then you tend to feed off the crowd. Does the crowd help you in your skateboarding when you're in your runs and in your head?
Yeah, for sure. Because the crowd helps you like get into that zone where you like just it's all about getting into that zone because it's like a mind game. And then when the crowd gets hyped when you skate, you just like you don't think about anything. You just hear the sound of the crowd and you're just like, okay, let's go. Next one. I got this. Like you just get like fired up.
I could definitely feel it, and I love looking at that because that's the adrenaline, that's the spontaneousness that you connect with the crowd, and of course your skating obviously does the talking. So,
thank you so much.
Hey man, if I pack my bags and I move over to yours like neck of the woods, can you guys get like a scholarship to get my kid into that school you went to?
Yeah, I'll hook you up. I got some connections in there.
You can hook that up?
Yeah, for sure.
Man, everybody that comes out of that school is insane.
Yeah, like
you guys are nuts.
You know about like Heitor?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Villa Vester, Heitor da Silva. A bunch of homies, Fernando, Bramsmark. We all went to that school, and I don't know, it's a pretty insane school. Every time I talk about it, people trip out, but it's sick.
And you guys all fucking rip, so you guys are doing something right.
Your kid should definitely go to that school, learn some Swedish, and just like...
Every kid should go to that school.
Yeah.
Right on,
thank you so much, Oscar Rosenberg-Hallberg. Dude, 2-time Vans Park Series world champion.
Yeah, right
Let
on,
that
man.
soak in.
You're the best, dude. You rule.
Valedictorian!
And you know what? I mean, that's a skateboarder's skateboarder. I watch Oski skate, and I just, please, can I skate like that? Even in a dream, I would love to skate like Oski. Nobody does it like that.
You got a point. No one else could have done a manual and won it with that.
I know.
The fact that he chose to do it there and put it in the middle of everything else.
Yeah, like anybody who actually knows, and I know there's a bunch of people, the people that watch this know, like the fact that he would inject that
yeah,
and that it would work and it all, like, it was, man, yeah, it's dumbfounding. It's that brilliant. It's really cool.
I think it's something that, you have to like choreograph in your head that this is what, like he said, the crowd fed off of it. He realized it. You were filming him earlier. I watched it, and just the adrenaline that he was having transpired to the crowd, and obviously the judges caught it. And I think that's where skateboarding is so brilliant in its uniqueness of how it affects you. and even in skateboarding contests, you know what I mean? Obviously, we're in a course that's, what we used to skate, we used to consider this kind of like a mini ramp contest, but these kids are actually really starting to take it to another level with the technicality, bringing street into it, and then, obviously bringing their own personality flair to it. And so it's cool to see. I'd love to see some more vert added and maybe some more technical street stuff added for next year, but, that's my take on, like, what we should do for future, you know what I mean? Because I want to see these kids
you want to talk about the future?
Really clap their wings, you know what I mean? Because I know there's more in them.
Yeah.
I know they got a lot more to give, and they're doing an amazing job with what we have, and it's beautiful to watch, and it's pretty cool. Park Series has really changed the culture of skateboarding because it brought transition skateboarding back to a place of popularity where street was everything. We felt that when vert kind of like died, me and all of us here, and it's like now kind of like tranny's back, vert's back, and I want to see vert skateboarding come back as well. So it's pretty cool what's happening with the Vans Park Series.
And one thing that Vans has done along with the Utah Sports Commission by building this park and leaving it. So now we've made an indelible mark on the Salt Lake City skate scene. Yeah. And that is something that obviously, we all know Vans has gone hard this year in making these parks permanent. So what do you think in terms of what we've left this year? We left Sao Paulo 2 years ago, Montreal, Paris, now Salt Lake. It might be too much to say, but do you think we've changed skateboarding as a whole by building these parks, showing what's possible, and then unleashing them on the public?
No, maybe. I don't know. That's a heavy question, man.
I just threw that out there.
This is a fucking circus, man, and the circus comes to town. And the best thing about the Park Series, and the best thing about his foundation is that they're trying to spread the word by building skate parks and leaving them for kids to grow up in, and that can't possibly be a bad thing, right? Like giving kids a place to skateboard. I'd personally like to see. The parks, in regards to the Park Series, if you're going to build a park, this is one run at a park. I'd like to see them build the whole park and leave the whole park and just have our little contests in the one section or whatever.
But that harks back to skate park days, right? Like we had a lot of variety in the skate parks. There was the Keyhole. There was the Clover.
Yeah.
There was the Bank one.
Yeah, there's the street, nowadays
right.
There's the street plaza, and there's the 60-foot long curb, and all the things that you need to make a complete skate park. And this is just one facet of that whole thing. And I personally really like the fact that they brought Deluxe and Thrasher in, and that they were trying to support local skate shops, because the mom and pop skate shop is dangerously close to being extinct. And so for each stop we go to, Deluxe and everybody, they'd support the local shop, and the local shop could get a bunch of eyes on it. And so thanks to Deluxe and Thrasher for participating in that. That's super cool. And
this series. No, this series. You're right. It's inspired by DIY skate parks and by that DIY ethos. And we received some incredible news as part. Like you said, it's a circus, so everyone's talking. There's stuff happening all over. Got a call earlier that Channel Street. I know a park that's near and dear to your heart. Ronnie Sandoval grew up there. That is a park that built him.
Personally, I hate Channel Street. I broke my hand there.
Well, you have a history there. But the good news is that park, and this is one DIY park in the world that is very important.
Rub my hand.
They are getting clearance from the local government. So it's happening. And by putting on events like this, by having you guys representing skateboarding, it's helping. It's spreading the word. So for better, for worse, these type of events are telling local governments, hey, skateboarding's fun. It's cool.
Yeah.
Let the skateboarders skate.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I love Andy and everybody that built Channel Street and all the kids that came out of it. Hey, Robbie, you should come enter these things,
yes,
man.
Please.
You make a couple bucks. You look great. Anyway, it's fantastic that they got it. I would have bet the mortgage that Channel Street wouldn't reopen, and they saved the place. And now Vans is stepping in to help them out financially, and it looks like that it'll be open much quicker than they thought, provided everybody pitches in. They need help with
But it's
workers.
also, these televised events are validating all of that, and the city councils are seeing that, seeing how it's on the rise and seeing the popularity, and they go, oh, well, we have this park, we just haven't been allowing people to use it. So that's going to open up, and probably going to make room for brand new parks down the line.
Yeah, totally. I mean, they clean the DIY people. They clean up really, really ugly, dirty zones, and they make them livable again.
These are areas that you did not want to go to before there was a skate park there.
Repurpose. You'll sound like
repurpose.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever. There's
That's
there's lots of drug addicts. There's lots of prostitution, and they come down there and they clean it up and they make it worth something other than something negative.
So these events serve as multiple levels of inspiration. We inspire you to go skateboarding. We inspire your local community to support DIY parks, to support your local skate park. Clean the place up. Don't graffiti up your local park. Keep these spots open for skaters of the future. So it's all about inspiration. When you watch what these guys do, what these men and women have done out here today, take all of that and apply it to your local scene, apply it to your own skateboarding. Have fun. I love what Jeff Grosso says at the end of every episode of Love Letters. Now you go skate.
Yeah,
and
go fucking skate. Turn the shit off,
see,
man.
That's a marquee
And Salt Lake
statement.
City, you have a brand new skate park.
Yeah.
Get
enjoy.
out here, check it out. I
It's
skated
good.
this morning. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk ripped it. These guys killed it.
I didn't.
It's amazing. Thank you to Vans for really stepping up to build the park and leave it. Like, to me, I've wanted everyone to be left, but you know what? I understand sometimes we need to put it in places that it needs to be for showcasing, but this is amazing what's happening now. We're going to leave parks, and that's the future right there.
You know what's
Inspire
happening?
people to skateboard through it.
And more inspiration coming at you right now. The Thrasher Magazine Best Trick is going on behind us. Here are a couple of tricks that we've picked out that have just happened so far. Some highlights from our Best Trick. These Thrasher edits at the end of these things are always insane. There's Luis Francisco.
Double flip.
Sorgente here. Whoa.
Oh, that's what he was trying in his run there.
Pedro's back.
Thought he wouldn't be.
Wow.
Now this is where things get real buck.
Kegels.
Keegan came back.
Nice.
Wow.
Pedro makes tricks just look good.
I wish
Clay's just throwing the vert tricks out there.
Well, yeah, because there's nothing better than the vert tricks.
That's true.
I mean,
Oh my God.
Talk about vert.
I rest my case.
One side air.
Yeah.
Personally, like, Lizzie had to go catch a plane because she had to get back to Sao Paulo for the Olympic bullshit. But I wish the girls had come out and ride the Best Trick. They never. I think they feel a little intimidated or whatever, but they could make a couple bucks.
Hossoi's going down to the deck right now. You grab some of those women, get them out there. We want to thank all of you for watching. Congratulations to our multiple world champions, Oscar Rosenberg Hallberg and Sakura Yosizumi. It's been another epic event here on the Vans Park Series World Championship. So for any of you out there watching, find your local skate park and go skateboarding. Get fired up. Go do it.
To all you guys at home, man, thanks for wasting your time with us. We know you love it, and I hope we put on a good show for you guys to like waste your morning or your night or whatever. So thanks for watching, man. It really means a lot to us.
More skating to come.
Next
Take
year's
it
going to
away.
be way better, I promise.
Chris Pastris, Best Trick is on. Christian, go to work.
What's up, crowd? Yes, and viewers. That was amazing. I loved tuning in and getting perspective from the legendary Jeff Grosso and Christian Hosoi. Thank you guys, and we are in our Best Trick. There is 7 minutes left on the clock. It's a 20-minute jam, as the guys has said. It's open to all competitors, both men and women. We've got Nora Vasconcelos out there. We had Pedro Barros do the hugest frontside air I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna let you guys watch this thing. The entire park is in play. $5,000 cash being handed out by Tim O'Connor, Gary Rogers, and the one and only Christian Hosoi. I'm going to let those dudes take it away. Big love. Watch this action.
Yeah. Yeah, V. Wow. Get it, Nora.
Oh my, never in 1,000 years. Never.
Yeah, go for that back blunt. Whoa, my God.
That escape was beast too. Give him $20 for getting out of that. Yeah. Oh my.
Wow.
That is so fried, bro.
Oh! The back nose blunt into Yankin. All right,
5 minutes.
We got money for you. 5 minutes. You want to do it again? We still got money for you.
Oh, dodge the board. Oh,
Yeah, Jake Yanko. That is gnarly right there.
Back, I think, nose pick.
Woo!
Sitting sideways.
Yeah, CJ, going for that varial flip over the hip. Yeah, Curran. Kick flip back tail slide attempt.
That's gonna be the one for me when he does that. That nose manual is
Want to do
ridiculous.
duets? Christian Hosoi.
Anybody that gives me a no grab nose one on the bandstand and that nose manual is just gonna be the cake right there.
What are you thinking? What are you feeling, Christian?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm feeling that. No stall to fakie off the sign. Pedro Barros, one of my favorite skaters in the world.
Everybody's
what's up, Pedro?
favorite, OG.
That's what's up.
My favorite too.
Come on,
That'd be
guys,
just
give these guys
ridiculous.
a hand. Where are all the people at?
Pedro just don't make no sense sometimes. What y'all about to
We're doing
double
the
up?
cash giveaway. Thrasher cash giveaway. Tricks.
Oh, Tristan wanted that
cash
one.
for Tricks.
Go ahead, Tristan.
Man, stoked to be down here. I know we just did the little last call upstairs.
Right here, Nora, you got that.
I thought the adrenaline was going during the finals. This is a little bit hyped. Oh! Roman with a
missing my
back
job.
nose blunt
Messing
on
with
the
y'all.
sign.
My bad, Carl. My bad.
Oh, you got to make that, Pedro. Pedro,
Yo!
that has got to go down. What?
This is messed up. Oh! Give him the whole thing!
Tristan Rennie with a back blunt. Amazing. No-handed nose blunt.
Tristan, come on over here. We got money for you. You were prepared.
Screwed up, bro. Oh! No. Why he, I will. Where mine at? Where mine at?
Yeah. Slob fast plant. Off the very end of the V. Come on over here, Cedric. Yeah. Kickflip 540 attempt to jog.
A minute, 15 left.
Yeah, Alex. Ooh, gapping
If
up to
y'all don't
the
land
eggplant
nothing, I
attempt.
will take the money.
What's Pedro got? Oh, he's going dumb fast. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Nora.
Yeah, Nora. Yeah, go for that kickflip back tail slide. Couple seconds winding down on the clock. Okay. All right, time is up right there. Yo, you can keep skating, but we want to give Nora at least 5 tries. We want to give Nora at least 5 tries for that kickflip. If she's up to it, if you're feeling it, we're going to give you at least 5 tries, Nora. So we got $800. We got $1,800 still to give out. Yeah, Nora. That's one right there.
I just want to see her land one like that.
Gapping up to eggplant.
You seen him touch? Am I fading away?
Yeah, if you get that, we'll give you $1,000, Nora. 1,000 smackaroos.
What? Oh. That's not your board. That's why. Don't look at the board like what's going on. You don't know it.
Yeah, Curran.
Hey.
Let's try that front nose grind revert attempt. Oh, the kickflip body
he put
burial
his feet
540.
on one. Clay's about to get that. Clay's about to get that.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, he's getting in the back nose blunt slide on that.
Was that just a speed check or?
Oh!
Oh!
Holy gymnast. Parkour over the pommel horse.
Oh!
Big spin back tail. Josh, we got money for you, bud. Josh. Big spin back tail on the big wall. Woo-wee. Nora's got 3 tries left. Luis. Luis. Oh! Kickflip body burial 540. Luis. Kickflip body burial 540.
Clay, come here. Clay, come get that, bro.
540. Yo, that was absolute lunacy. Clay, get on over here.
I'm too high, though.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna have a voice
Clay.
tomorrow.
That's not supposed to be done without pads. That big. Well, that big of a
was
tranny.
so dangerous.
Yeah, V. Wow, going for the eggplant on the
Whoa.
van side. Nora! 2 more for Nora.
Oh, I'm confused.
Kickflip back, tail side, current cables.
Oh!
Curran, get over here. We got money for you. Curran. Who's that? Curran, get over here. Yeah, buddy.
Ooh, all right, Keegan.
Oh.
Safe. Roman stripping.
Yeah, Roman. Wow. Danny Way.
My son.
Oh my God! Shall I see the kickflip goose
What
at
did
Mosley?
you just go for? Why? That was amazing.
Kickflip Gershi squirts. Oh my Jake. I love that. He's not even riding on his own board.
He not riding on his own nothing.
We're giving Nora one more.
Oh!
Wow. Cat back
Keegan!
nose blunt. Back revert. Keegan Palmer. Where are we at money-wise, guys?
Nora, 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 Nora.
Oh! 410. One more, Nora. We got one more. One more. Yeah, Nora.
I like how we just put all that pressure on her. She's like the deciding factor for the best trick, everything. She just wants to concentrate.
Yo, that was sick. Kickflip knows it. He's got to pull it all the way in. That was really sick. Ah, yeah, Cedric. Yeah, eggplant on the van side, so close. Woo-wee. Yeah, Nora.
One more for Nora.
Yo, speaking of Nora, if you want to meet
two more
Nora,
for Josh Borden.
All right, we're going to keep going until Kyle runs out of money. But speaking of Nora, if you want to go meet Nora After this, she's going to be doing a signing over at the Swatch booth. Go
Sketch.
on over and see her up close and personal. Not too personal.
Love you, bro. Hit it.
Oh, CJ!
I missed it.
Capping up to that nose blunt slide. Get on up here, CJ. We got money. To your right, to your right.
Don't act confused. What's wrong with you?
Your other right.
What's wrong? You still coloring, nigga? Go over there and get your money.
CJ, we got money. We got money.
Boy, go get your money. Stop talking to your friends. Go get your
CJ, we got money for you.
this back.
What the? Was that a 1280?
Oh!
Yeah, Keegan. I got
People back
sunblock
nose
in my
one.
eye. I'm
Thank
going
you.
blind in my eye. We got 260 left.
Oh!
V! Front nose grind. Reaver, get on over here. Yeah, JB. Woo-wee! $140 left for one last trick. Whatever the next big trick is, that gets 100, and that's it. Well, it depends, whatever the last big trick is. Yeah, that gap up the tail slide from all the way from the low. No, close, he tried it. It'd be well worth that last chunk of money.
Nora, get it, girl!
Woo-wee! Yeah, Nora. She did that the other day, amazing. Popped it so high.
Nora, one more. Oh.
All right, we're gonna give Nora one last try, and then
So
we're
y'all
gonna
better
shut
hurry
it down.
up before she sets up
Then
and
we're
get her
gonna shut
mind
it
right.
down.
Y'all better hurry up. This is so screwed.
Yeah, Roman.
What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? You don't just do that. We in public. Right here, Nora.
Oh, yo, make some noise for Nora. We're shutting it down right now. That's gonna be it for the Thrasher best trick.
Oh, go in!
Yo! Get on up here, Jake. Get on up here, Jake. Nobody even knows what you did. You did he did a trampoline move. That was way more than nollie heel big spin. Jake Wooten, get over here. Also, Pedro Barros, get on over here. We got $1,000 for you for the overall. $1,000 right there. Yeah, Pedro. And Jake Wooten, get on over here. We got money for you. That is it. We are shutting it down. Thank you, Salt Lake City, for coming out. Thank you, Vans, for an amazing year. Once again, if you want to meet Nora,
hey, are we
go
offline
check her
yet?
out
Are we
at
off?
the Swatch.
Wow, what an amazing event we've had here. First off, we would like to thank you, our loyal fans and our viewers, for your continued support. Thank you for helping us grow the participation of skateboarding and the Vans Park Series mission statement, which is growing the participation and promoting creativity and skateboarding and leaving behind legacy parks like this one. We'd also like to thank all our skaters for giving it 110%, and of course our broadcast hosts, including the legendary Tony Hawk, We'd like to thank Thrasher Magazine, DLX SF, of course, Vans, for your continued support to deliver this mission and this quality programming. And we'd also like to thank our partners of Vans Park Series who have made this all possible. That is the Utah State Sports Commission, the Utah State Fairground, California Skate Parks, Swatch Watch, FlexFit, The Border, UTMG, Adobe, and all of you viewers for making the 2019 season our best one yet. Thank you for watching. Congratulations to our champions, Oscar Rosenberg and Sakura Yosuzumi. Big love. We will see you next year. Peace.